Do you know what's not normal? It's not normal to get up at 6:30 in the morning, to get your kids rushing ready for school, to shove them out the door, to fight with each other, in order for them to go to a place where they're not actually getting educated, they're getting indoctrinated. Do you know what else is not normal? It's not normal to just have a couple of hours with your partner in the evening, after work, when you're tired, when the last thing you've got on your mind is actually, you just want to de-stress and all you do is argue, right? Do you know what else is not normal? It's not normal having to live month to month on a wage, knowing that if one day you were to lose your job, that's it. You'd lose your house, you'd lose your car, you'd lose everything, right? That's not normal. And we've been sold this as a normal way of living, like this is life. That's not life. That's survival. It's literally clutching at straws in order to just get through to the next day. We've been sold this lie, this game, which doesn't benefit us in any way, shape or form. All it does is benefit the people at the top, the owners of the corporations, the billionaires, the people who take advantage of the fact that you don't feel good, that your health is bad, that you feel depressed. So they sell you solutions to your problems in order to make themselves money. And that little bit of money that you have, you spend it on shit to try and make yourself feel better. And all the time, they're just getting richer and richer and richer and richer, and your life isn't changing. Because the alcohol that you buy, the nicotine that you buy, the drugs that you buy, the Netflix that you watch, all of these things you do to kind of make yourself feel better don't actually solve the internal problem, which is the fact that life is not meant to be lived in this way. And when you change your life to a life that you actually love, then you don't need the Netflix subscription, you don't need the alcohol, you don't need the drugs, you don't need the nicotine, you don't need the constant fighting with your partner. You have time to spend with your children, you have time to spend with your family, you have time to spend with your partner. You do the things that you enjoy, not the things that you hate, right? But of course, in order to do that, you need to change the mindset of the way that you're thinking. You need to change the things that you do. You need to change how you feel.
Yeah. Abundance, abundance, abundance to all. Now, let me just say this to you. It's very sad that this couple had to experience this situation. I just want to know, this is just another example of how the complex cell has infiltrated its way into our species, that has corrupted our minds, the way that we view each other, the way that we view relationships, and the insensitive energy, the callous compassion that we have towards one another. And this is just being real. As I stated to you a long time ago, money does not matter. And deep down in our souls, we know it don't matter, because the world right now is acting off of personal feelings. It was created off of personal feelings. One person, one group of species felt like another group of species was less than them, and they abused them and forced them to create the world in which we are living in today. So this here is an example of you can do everything right. And when you're doing right, fellas, when you're doing right and you love, don't hold yourself accountable for females that you dealt with and that you didn't maintain a relationship with. Don't hold yourself accountable for that. You know what I'm saying? The universe is going to deal with you with that. Hey, listen, I wasn't ready for a relationship at that time, but now I'm ready for a relationship. And you're ready for a relationship. And then this type of situation takes place with you. Don't hold your head down. Don't beat yourself up. Understand something. The universe is always going to work in the favor of those that move accordingly to the cosmos. Meaning that those that are trying, like I'm trying, most religious people, especially black people, have good hearts, intentions. They want to love God. They want to be at peace. They want to be in harmony. Most police officers, black, want to do right, want justice. Most black judges, I can't speak for other races, but most of our people, because we have a soul. And I want brothers, when you doing righteous, listen to your intuition. It doesn't lead you wrong. Listen to your intuition. I'm going to let this play. And I want to read the comments and hear the stories that justify this type of behavior that is being displayed amongst our people. It doesn't make a difference if you poor, with money, without money. It don't make a bit of a difference. The world has corrupted the mind. You have to find someone whose mind is not corrupted, or is not corrupted to the point that they see nothing in you when they finally get a hold of you. You know how how you see something you want, and when you be like, damn, I want that. I'll do everything I can to if I get that, I'm gonna make sure I take care, whether it be a car, whether it be some sort of materialistic. It don't make a bit of a difference. I'm gonna take care of that. And then when you get it, you get used to it. You get lazy with it. You get comfortable. Just like if you get a brand new house, you buy a brand new house, you furnish it up, you make it all look nice. And then now, after you done been in it for a couple of years, you're like, all right, I'll get to that. I'll fix that living room up. I'll clean the living room up. I'll get to it. You know what I mean? Not saying that you're dirty, but you don't do it as often as you was doing before. As a man. Before, when you first moved in there, it was brand new. Everything was clean every day. Shit was wiped down every 5 seconds. Now you like, man, I'll do that shit once to twice a week. Right. Because you done got used to it. And this is what's happening with us. Right. More importantly, this is what's happening with the mother of humanity.
It's never
and this
enough.
is where being ungrateful, definitely being insensitive to a man's feelings, understanding that when a man chooses you, like he invests in you emotionally, psychologically, physically, he's totally invested in you. Because there are other females that will be happy to be in that position that you are in, and he chose you because you had that particular energy, not the energy. He didn't think you had the energy to break his heart. He didn't think you had the energy to stab him in his back, because if he did that, then he wouldn't commit himself to you.
Now, to all my young male followers that follow me, as well as all the young ladies that are raising male juveniles to be men one day, y'all want to listen to this. You can provide, you can protect, you can do all the things that are required by women, and that still will not buy you love or loyalty. It is the greatest lie ever told. Do not fall for that. That's just talking. I'm going to give you a prime example of that. This is NFL wide receiver Xavier Worthy, worth millions of dollars, where most of us aren't worth millions. He can't get loyalty worth millions. A guy with $100 ain't got a shot. But let me finish the story. It was something in his spirit, something in his spine that told him not to trust this woman. He hired a private investigator to follow her around, and guess what he found out? His old lady was cheating. Xavier Worthy's woman was cheating his fiance. So once he found out all this information, he did what he's supposed to do. He fired her. She wouldn't leave the residence for 2-3 days. Altercation broke out where he was arrested. So not only you cheating on my boy, you're willing to destroy his career and his livelihood. Do y'all not see how big this is? So fast forward to the point of the story. Charges were dropped. Now, if you think about anything else in this world, I want you to think about this story. Because he is not the only one. I know tons of men that provide, do all those things, and they still get cheated on. And sometimes they get cheated on for men that don't make any money, based on aesthetics and swag. Believe your comment in the comment section. But you know, y'all grown. Y'all can do what y'all want to do.
So let me get this right. I meet you, I court you, I propose to you for us to get married. I make sure that you're comfortable financially and physically, because I'm protecting you as well. And I find out that you cheating on me, and I say I don't want to deal with you no more because you already are presenting the characteristics of that you don't want to deal with me no more, or you in a single relationship, or that you into having multiple sex partners, and I don't want my woman sleeping with multiple men. So I don't want to deal with that no more. And when I say I don't want to deal with that right there, now you turn psychotic. You don't want to leave the house. You become violent. You call the police and try to get me locked up after the scene and the chaos that you have created, and try to ruin my reputation and my integrity as a man, and my career as a player because of your behavior that you displayed, that you got caught up with. Now tell me this ain't some crazy shit here. Tell me this not crazy. And we keep screaming that there is no good men out here. Bruh, that's not the case. We can continue to use social media, society, to paint black men in the picture that they want to paint them in and say that we ain't shit. That's fine. That's fine. That's A-okay. But the truth is more disturbing than the lie, and we in the age of information, the age where there will be no darkness held from those that are holding the light, those that are walking with the light, those that are the light. Because you got those that are holding the light, walking with the light, and then you got those that are the light. Because those that's walking with the light, those that are holding the light, at least they trying. It's the motherfuckers that ain't got no light at all. And this is an individual that don't have no light at all. She just usurped energy.
Wow.
And this is disgraceful. Another display of so-called black people self-destruction. But there will be excuses for her. She had to do it. She was stressed out. The football season is too long. She was lonely. Get a sister wife.
Get a sister wife. What? Yo, some women could be something else though. But shout out to the women that be holding it down, man. Y'all some real ones. Dang, that's tough. You can provide it all, and it's never enough. It's a tough world we live in, man. Evil world we live in. You just gotta keep going. Become better. Just keep trying to get better and better each and every day, man. That's beautiful. I know it's AR, but it looks beautiful.
Alright guys, we have 2 quartz crystals here. And I'm gonna rub these together, I'm gonna turn off the light, and you're gonna see something. Check this out.
Nice.
So the reason why I was sharing that video is because he's shown that when you rub 2 quartz crystals together, 2 quartz crystals, it generates a electrical energy or piezoelectricity. Your fascia system inside of your body is made up of connective tissue. The fascia system are these collagen fibers that span and web your entire body. Collagen is a crystal. You essentially have almost a gel-like crystal all around webbing your body. And intertwined in this is the lymphatic system. And so did you know you can generate your own piezoelectricity by rubbing on the skin? And this is why most lymphatic drainage techniques require you to stimulate the area. For example, if we're going to work on top of the clavicles, it's really good to do this first and rub the skin. Likewise, you could rub the armpits here like this. And the reason why we're rubbing is because it generates piezoelectricity. And this is Dr. Samuel C. West, the author of The Golden 7+1, which is an amazing book that needs to be read by everybody. And in this book, he talks about how piezoelectricity can move the lymphatic system. It helps the lymphatic system get rid of waste that accumulates around the intracellular spaces. This information has been locked away for so long, and we're just starting to realize and understand the truth of this now.
Alright guys.
I don't know, but that crystal, man. Seems like we got a lot of crystals on this planet that we used to use, you know, for energy points. For real. It's dope, man. It's dope.
The monkey mind is
Another example, our planet is magical.
Is scientifically referred to as the default mode network, and it is all of kind of just the surface level ruminating thoughts. Did you take the trash out? Do you need to do the laundry? You're X years old. That means you're not this. It's the part of the mind that assigns meaning to things, and it's the part of the mind that thinks thoughts that make you feel inferior. So if you have anxiety or you are depressed, it's because your mind is telling you things about your worth and your value based on either experiences you've had, experiences you haven't had, circumstances that you're currently in, relationships that you're in or not in. So the monkey mind is the voice inside of your head that is telling you that certain things mean things. And if it's telling you that anything about you is other than perfection, peace, love, bliss, happiness, and fulfillment, it would be considered your monkey mind. I hope this is helpful. My name is Megan. I am a flow-based millionaire. This is a page where we come together to interact as the future/now versions of ourselves because time does not exist. Yes, God.
When the French artist created the Statue of Liberty, it was supposed to represent the end of slavery. On the original model, there were chains on the hands and feet, as we know. When the statue got to America, they wanted to erase any references to slavery from the statue, but the artist really thought to keep the chains on there because this is your art. You don't want people tampering with your art. And if you look, the chain is still on the foot of the Statue of Liberty to this day.
Well, the story was that it was a gift of the French to the slaves, and that the original statue had the picture of a black woman, the original model for it, and it had a distinctly African face. But it was Europeanized because the people in the United States did not want to have a black face sitting up there in the harbor, so they carved it out. In France, they had to go back to the drawing board and remodel the face after the what they call the patron saint of manifest destiny. So the patron saint of manifest destiny, that's her face on the what do you call the Statue of Liberty, which was transposed from the African face. In fact, you see the patron saint of manifest destiny in the symbol for Columbia Pictures at the beginning of the movies. That's the patron saint of manifest destiny.
When the French artist created the Statue of Liberty,
They be taking everything from us. Dang. Everything, even down to the superheroes. They got it from us.
The past is the past. Even as far back as yesterday don't exist no more. The 3 seconds from when you started this video don't exist no more. So don't allow no past infractions, incidents, situations, endeavors affect your life on going forward. I don't give a fuck how much you like to reminisce or remember or to even pull motivation from the old pain. You don't need that because you're going to consistently go through shit anyway. You don't need that. You need to hold on to old trauma. Every day I wake up, bro, I reset my brain like a fucking computer, bro. And the only things that I want to keep in there is the files that I'm currently updating. I treat my brain like a laptop, bro. When I'm doing work on my laptop, work that I did 4 weeks ago, delete that shit. It's just taking up space, bro. The past is the past. Even as
sometimes you just gotta get rid of stuff.
So yesterday there was a massive fire that broke out in the Bronx over by Morris Heights, y'all. Check this out. This fire, I don't know what happened, but this fire could completely collapse this whole complex. The people are still trying to determine what started this fire because they don't know what created it. But you have a whole bunch of restaurants, a pharmacy, a deli in there that literally completely burned down. Look at all those clothes. Look at all those clothes.
The people inside the building. Do you mean you saw them coming down?
No, like inside the deli that's down there.
Oh, on that first floor.
Yeah. It came from the top first and just started falling down everywhere.
When you saw the building coming down, what was that like? What were you seeing?
Oh no, like it That was a lot. That was a lot of sand. Like my eyes, I couldn't see nothing. My eyes were hurting because the sand was going.
They said there was about 200 firefighters present this day fighting this fire, y'all. So it looks like almost all the firefighters throughout the whole Bronx was here. Remember I had said there's going to be a lot of fires starting this month, and now here it is, y'all. And then just the weird weather anomalies that's happening across the whole country too. The shit this year. And the irony of this all is this fire started on Jerome and Burnside, and then you have this fire here. But I hope you guys are ready, man, because I said we're gonna see a lot more of this, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more.
It's just one thing after another. Real.
Not everybody you meet is a human being. Watch this.
I don't know who's gonna get this, but one day, me and my homie, we was in the car and we was just talking about being spiritual beings, right? And how on the other side of this 3D, like in the different dimensions, how we're beings of light, right? And I was telling him how I was able to discern like different people. I don't know how I'm able to do it, but I can just like see somebody and know that they're not a person. I don't know. But nonetheless, we were in the car, we were at the park, we was talking, right? And I was telling him how I can see, or I can tell when people aren't really like people. At this same exact time, there was this lady that was walking by, or she was walking towards like the car, right? Now, she wasn't walking towards the car, but she was walking, mind you, it's a park, so she was walking her dog. And as I'm telling him this, right, she comes and approaches the car, like she approaches the window. And she says, hey, what are you guys listening to? Mind you, we were listening to music, we were just chilling in the car. This older white lady, she doesn't, I don't know who she is, right? But I'm telling bruh at the same time that I'm able to see or able to recognize demons or people that are not human. And then she walks up to the car. We tell her like, it was just a random song or whatever, but she says, oh, okay. And then she walks off and continues her walk down. I said, bruh, that was one of them. Legit. I said, bruh, that was one of them. And
not everybody you meet is a human being.
I believe it, man. Sure, I believe it. Some people you walk by, it just don't be, you don't feel nothing, right?
So a bunch of people are hitting me up and telling me that they have been spraying the skies like crazy today. And I'm like, are you surprised, y'all? But check this out. This video was sent to me from Miami, Florida, y'all. Look what comes out of the moon. Now we look at it. Y'all see that? Hold on. I'm about this thing was recorded in Miami, coming out of the left side of the moon and going to the right. You guys are seeing that, right? It's not a plane. It's not a bird. It's like it's lapping the moon. Y'all see that? It's like lapping the moon. It goes around. But people have been telling me all day their sky has been messed with. And I'm like, of course, there's something big that's happening that they don't want people to see what is really going on. And this right here really proves it. Shout out to the brother for getting this really amazing video. So now my question is this, y'all. What do you think this is? What do you think is going on here? Clearly, we're tapped into another universe where things are happening all around us. Obviously, these people have the dates of when we're gonna see these lunar eclipses and these solar eclipses, so they're able to conjure up some type of illusion in the sky so we don't see what's really going on. Like I keep telling y'all, man, I have a feeling something big is going to happen this year, y'all, man. There's too much going on in the world, y'all. Let me know, what is that, y'all? Y'all have any idea? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's get it, y'all. Peace in. So a bunch of
This video reveals why we need to take a second look at what really happened on September 11th, 2001. Watch this.
Something of this kind is what we should have seen when the top section of the towers collapsed onto the lower one. The upper and lower sections should have mutually destroyed each other until all the energy is dissipated and the system comes to a rest. Alternatively, as shown in this experiment with two towers made of snow, the top section could have fallen off to the side after the initial collapse. What could not have happened is this.
A little tiny chunk of the building can't possibly fall and crush the entire structure below it.
This is such a simple, fundamental concept that architects and engineers were astonished in seeing it totally ignored by NIST.
This is high school physics, and our whole society is being led to believe that these fundamental laws of physics, hard science.
So, can the science be wrong? Or is there something they don't want us to see? Because this video reveals why we need to take a second look.
Last night, Missouri got hit with a slew of unpredictable weather. And look, the wind is going crazy right here, right now, y'all. I don't know if y'all can hear tornadoes, high level amounts of wind and rain, and massive hail, y'all. Look at this. I've never seen anything like this in my life, y'all. It looks like the snow cone man is getting ready to make a snow cone in Missouri. I mean, how do you even prepare for something like this, especially with the weather flipping and flopping like this, y'all? I was reading the comments and people seem to be scared, not because of the weather. I mean, they're used to this type of thing, but the unpredictability of this weather. I mean, take a look at Wisconsin, right? And then look at Wisconsin a few minutes later. In March, y'all, it's snowing. Check this out. Look at this. And now here we are on the border of Wisconsin and Minnesota. And look at the amount of blizzard they got. Look at the snow. That's crazy. It looked like Japan. Remember Japan? So it looks like a whole bunch of natural disasters couldn't make up their mind about who's going first. So it seemed they all came all at once, y'all. Check this out. And this is today after this hailstorm, y'all. Look at this lady's house, this poor lady's house. Oh my goodness. If I've ever seen a house named Holio, y'all, this has to be it. And not just her house, her neighbor's house too. Have you guys ever seen weather flip like this? Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. Last night, Missouri got hit.
It's March and it's still snowing, but I don't know. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to be still snowing, but it is. But not only that, it don't last that long because the sun just, it just melt all that snow in like one day. It's crazy. That sun is on a different type of. That is a different type of sun. That's what I'm gonna say.
You see, this is what they're not telling you about climate change, because what is going on here, y'all? What the world is confused. You guys are not seeing how massive this storm system is, y'all. Oh my goodness. This thing stretches all the way from Canada down to the Mexico border. I hope people are ready to experience everything from tornadoes, blizzards, floods, dust storms, windstorms. What is going on here, y'all? Here I am in Florida. The wind already started kicking off. I can feel the precipitation in the air. The clouds went extremely dark, and they're saying we're having tornado warnings, y'all, all over Florida. I don't even know if this is Texas or if this is from the movie Total Recall with some high winds kicking up. And right before the dust storm at Texas Tech, you have some green flames coming out of this manhole.
Mississippi, a tornado emergency declared just west of Hattiesburg. Dramatic video captures the moments a tornado hit Tylertown. In Missouri, the skies in St. Louis lit up by multiple lightning strikes. West of the city, this truck driver pulled over to wait for the storm to pass when a twister touched down.
Everything went black. I turned on my headlights and my brights, and right after I did that, something hit the side of the truck, just flipped it over and blew up.
ABC's Matt Rivers is in Villa Ridge, Missouri.
Some of the buildings hit just a total loss. The windows in that Burger King, they're blown out, and look at what's left of this convenience store. The roof entirely torn off, shattered glass everywhere, and this is just a sample of some of the destruction we've seen.
He's talking about a sample. He's in one part of one of the states. There's a lot more. How would you handle the situation if your state was dealing with this? Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. Let's continue to get this shift. Peace out. You see,
now he's threatening to have my page deleted.
Bro, don't worry.
Don't text my phone. Don't text. Excuse me?
Bro, I don't know you, bro.
Stop. Listen, at the end of the day, I promise you on my life, on everything in my life. All you had to do is you keep it with me over and over and over and over and over and over again. You're gonna learn, I promise you, because I'm gonna teach
you. Future going through it like that. Somebody said kind of sound like Duke Dennis. I heard.
So they stuff the meat filling inside the masa and the masa inside the corn husk. Making tamales is a lot of work. In Tulare, California, workers start each day by soaking corn husks. While the husks are soaking, they make the masa, which is dough made of corn flour, salt, and chili powder. They add water and vegetable oil and mix the masa for 15 minutes. Next up, the filling.
We start with a seasoning blend. We add some flour to create a little bit of a roux, or kind of a gravy. And then the beef is dumped into the mixer.
A machine pipes it inside the masa, and it flows onto a conveyor in one long tube.
Once the masa is stuffed with the filling, it goes underneath a roller to help with its shape, and then it is cut to size by a cutting wheel.
So they stuff the meat filling inside the masa and the masa inside the corn husk. Now it's time to seal them up with plastic wrap and send them through a steam tunnel for 20 minutes.
After they're steamed, then they go through a spiral freezer. It takes about 45 minutes and they get down below 20 degrees.
In the Aztec language, the word tamale actually means wrapped food. So they stuff the meat filling inside the masa. And
how many of y'all like tamales? Tamales are pretty good.
I remember when I told y'all anesthesia can cut off consciousness like a switch. Then does that mean that consciousness isn't inside our brain and it's coming from somewhere else? And if so, then where is it coming from? Who or what is controlling the signal? If consciousness is not in our brain, help me out here. Because if consciousness were in the brain, hear me out, an anesthesia would just make us groggy, right? Like, it wouldn't completely shut off our awareness like a light switch. So what if the brain is not creating consciousness at all, but receiving it? Yeah, like a radio picking up a signal. Then if consciousness is a signal, where is it coming from? Basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is the brain is the hardware and the consciousness is the software. Then the overall consciousness itself has to be coming from somewhere, like a higher dimension. TV screen is only displaying a signal from somewhere else. Then maybe our thoughts, sense of self, are coming from another higher plane of existence. All tapping into the same universal signal and interpreting it differently. How different radios pick up different radio stations, even though they're pulling from the same frequency range. If when the signal gets disrupted, that's considered a near-death experience. I might have to say that for a whole nother video. Y'all know I'm just here to make you think, so I want to know y'all thoughts in the comments. Just remember, I'm having Yaya's Soul Jam session where we gonna tell stories.
Got a point though. Got a point. Maybe consciousness is coming from like something higher. Or like a higher consciousness or something. I don't know. I like different perspectives though. Interesting.
I'm gonna be honest with you, fasting is the cure for everything. When your body don't have nothing to eat, it's gonna eat all your bad cells up because it go into fight or flight. And when it eats your bad cells, your body release hydrogen. And you know, we breathe in oxygen.
Sure.
So I be wondering like, damn, I done went all day without eating and drinking, but I'm still pissing. Like, why am I pissing?
Yeah.
We create our own water.
That's right. What's the fast? Is it the sun's up to down? Is that?
That's what most people do from sun up to sundown. But I like to do it to where when I break my fast, it's just with liquids. I like that liquid diet.
That's hard. So what's the longest you fast for?
Like no food, just water, liquids?
Yep.
Like 42 days. I did about 3 of them.
We had to fight.
I'm gonna be honest with
you.
People don't realize is about 25 to 50% of the population habitually breathes through their mouths. And they don't realize the neurological problems that this causes, the respiratory problems this causes, problems with snoring, sleep apnea, even metabolic disorders. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So we knew that after years, it can change the structure of your face. It's so common in kids that it has a term called adenoid face. You see these kids with very long faces because they've been mouth breathing so long that their faces have actually, the musculature and the skeleture have changed.
It changes your skeleton.
Yeah. It creates a longer face. So that air that comes in through the nose is slowed down, it's filtered, it's humidified, and it's conditioned. So by the time it gets to your lungs can absorb that oxygen so much easier. Even if you eat keto, vegan, paleo, whatever, even if you exercise all the time, if you're not breathing right, you're never really going to be healthy. People don't realize.
You breathe through your nose. Or don't breathe through your nose.
Leaked footage from the Vatican's archive reveals undeniable proof that dragons once roamed the earth. Watch this. So if dragons were real, where did they go? And more importantly, why is the Vatican hiding the truth? Because leaked footage.
I don't do black magic, but that shit work. Let me tell you a little secret. So what you must do now? You must write your crush's name on a piece of paper, nah? Fold it like 6 times, like small piece of paper, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then before you go to sleep, say your crush's name 3 times, okay? And then put it under your pillow. Now. And then think about your crush before you go to sleep. And then in the morning, when you wake up, you'll be in your DMs. Trust me, it works like a bomb. I don't.
Breaking news, this is in Serbia. There was a mass protest. This is the creepiest non-paranormal thing I've ever seen. Watch this. I've watched a lot of videos of protests. I've never seen something like that before. We're about to talk about what the mainstream is saying happened. Here's another angle. This is supposed to be the biggest, one of the biggest protests in Serbia's history, by the way.
Attack. They're running from something. They're running from something. I don't know what it is.
I've never seen that many people be that quiet before, and then all of them react at the same time. So here's what the mainstream is saying. Now, according to the Globe and Mail, human rights groups and Serbia's opposition officials are accusing the government of using a sonic weapon, an allegation the country's Ministry of Internal Affairs and the Serbian president have denied. And when I Googled this, I saw a notice I've never seen before. It looks like the results below are changing quickly. If this topic is new, it can take time for reliable sources to publish information. So this is why I sourced the Globe and Mail. This may be a sensitive subject. I use a mainstream source. Let me know your thoughts. Breaking news, this is in Serbia. There was a...
Hey, y'all better be careful out here and take your time getting to know people. Don't get too excited thinking you really done connected with somebody, because that ain't who they really are. Because these people out here, real life, got so many hidden motives, hidden relationships, and hidden personality traits. They're out here doing everything to impress you before they show you who they really are. All I'm saying is take your time, baby. Please take your time and say no sometimes. It's okay. You can say no. And just because they're impressing you, don't go out your way to impress them too soon, you hear me? Sometimes those vibes where you think y'all vibing, they really be acts, because they be acting, you hear me? Please protect your peace. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Straight up.
Where are you going?
In the car.
But where are we going?
Oh my god, this video is so stuffed.
To see who?
My crush.
Ooh. You excited?
Yes.
What did you say about the first? What was the first thing you said?
My crush cheated on me with my best friend.
Damn.
Your crush cheated on you with your best friend?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, sunshine. You okay?
No.
Oh my god.
Oh
What can I do
man.
to make you feel better?
I don't know.
Dang.
Well, you'll find somebody else. It'll be our promise.
I bet I won't.
Snoop said
Damn.
we don't love him hoes. Okay?
Doritos. Man, make him do some push-ups. I said my son come back like this. We doing some 100 put some Doritos though. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. They ain't gonna cut it, bro. You gonna have to do some. You gonna have to do some push-ups, man. At least 10 push-ups. That's crazy. What? Get him some Doritos. Nah, he was definitely finna crash out, bro.
Yo, this Jerry cold-blooded. Look, these two his kids that he had with his wife. These two the kids he had with his mistress. Watch this.
I have to go a step further.
Jordan, Megan, I leave our home here in New Orleans to you to do.
That's what he left to the white. Now watch this.
Estate, my properties in Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina, my bank accounts, investment portfolios, all liquid and intangible assets, everything, all of it will go to my children, John and Misha.
Oh, this nigga cold-blooded. Oh, that nigga cold-blooded. That nigga Jerry cold-blooded even in death. I ain't even know that. How many of y'all knew that Jerry did that? That nigga cold-blooded. Respect to Jerry. That's why we love you, Jerry. Respect to Jerry, man. Y'all, this nigga Jerry.
Did you know that men have been causing miscarriages?
Research suggests that DNA fragmentation now surpasses chromosomal abnormalities as the primary cause of miscarriages. Therefore, it's primarily the father's nutrition and lifestyle choices, especially during the last 8 weeks before conceiving, contributing to pregnancy complications and miscarriages, backed by evidence. Women must prepare for a pregnancy too, but every man who isn't on a nutrient-dense diet and in the best shape of his life is willingly putting your and your baby's health on the line, so please hold your man accountable for at least 8 weeks before trying for a baby. Do you think male contribution is considered enough in pregnancy? Let me know your thoughts below.
Did you know that men...
Do you ever wonder why the government doesn't want us talking to wild dolphins? Check this out, y'all.
But what do the dolphins know? I'd like to remind you that the government told us that the aliens are living in the ocean, and they also told us it's illegal to try and interact with a wild dolphin.
Yep.
And I mean interact in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Don't try and talk to it. Don't try and elicit a response from it. Don't feed it. Don't...
Weird, right?
Don't nothing. Don't even look at that bitch. Now, they say this is to protect dolphins and humans alike, and I'll buy that because they're wild animals, okay? But why can't I even try to speak to it? Why can't I even just try to elicit, out of it? I don't know how dolphins sound. The fuck, they don't understand me and I don't understand them, right? Right? It is a felony to even attempt this behavior. There's even a snitch line for it. Dolphins are too smart. They are self-aware. They have shown signs of empathy because they'll help out other creatures, including human beings. They can communicate amongst themselves in a language that we don't understand at all. It's the clicks and the, you know what I'm saying, those high-pitched noises. Some of them our ears can't even pick up on. They are the second smartest creature on Earth behind us. Do they have a conscience? They live in an environment that we haven't explored 80% of. We don't know 80% of what's down there in that ocean, but you know who does? Dolphins.
She poses a great point. The dolphins might actually know something that we don't. As always, thank you for watching.
This video is funny.
Why you even left it open? If you was done, you'd have came. Girl.
All I'm saying is don't give me attitude.
Don't lick his face, mama.
Do you want to go for a ride? Or how about let's go take a bath?
Oye, deja de venir a robarte cosas.
Sit. Will you be my Valentine?
What?
Get off. Talk shit. Do not.
And then she tried to do it again, and I was like, are you dumb? Because that just doesn't make sense. Like, it just wasn't getting through to her.
You look really handsome, Benny. Can you look at your mama?
Sometimes when I know you want to go outside, and you start like doing this little whiny thing.
Yeah, we just came from the doggy park, but I guess he's upset. He's ready to go home.
Oh, you growling at me? Don't show off.
This is my start.
I don't know why you even left it open.
Net went to Playboy Cardi's Rolling Loud performance, and he found out just how demonic shit really get. If I was Kai in that situation, and I seen what I seen from one of Playboy Cardi mans, I'm walking off the set. I don't give a fuck about no VIP. You and everybody else there that was on that Rolling Loud set was welcomed into that ritual. They even had to stop the set midway through because they said 10 people passed out. Look, y'all. People still don't understand. So as you heard, 10 people had passed out in the crowd during his set. I do not know if anybody had passed away, but that's crazy, y'all. Yeah. This is the dude I'm talking about, though. Look at this. Look at this man, y'all. Watch what he throw up. He praising them right in front of everybody's face. Watch Kai. I'm telling y'all, this is what his music is about. It looked like hell on stage. I don't know what to tell y'all. That is not hip hop. That's scream hop. That's emo music. And I'm kind of upset at Kai. If you can make that face with your eyes big like this, and you like, what the f is going on? Why would you still get on stage? You have the motion. You don't need that kind of motion. That shit turned that boy into an animal on stage. He ripped his tank top and everything, not knowing that that music is the reason why he was acting like that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, and share. Kai Cenat went to Playboy Cardi.
Kai do be doing some questionable things. I will say that. He got some good content. He a good guy, but man, y'all know where it come through. What you gotta do, you know, to get fame. Y'all know.
Of it like this, right? If you're always by yourself and you're always with you day and night, 24/7, you may as well be best friends with yourself. You know why? Because you're gonna die by yourself. You were born by yourself. So you may as well make this your best friend, your soul. Okay? People always say, Nikita, you're always by yourself, you know, you must be so lonely. The truth is, I don't feel lonely at all. You know, I have people in my life, but I don't need to rely on their every step, you know? Like, I've just become so comfortable with the fact that I can handle shit on my own now, you know? Yes, there are times in life where you will need people and you do need connections. That's very important. But at the end of the day, you can go to bed at night and say, you know what? If they don't got me, I know I have me. And
Right.
I know God has me.
Indeed.
And that's all that matters. If you can get to that point, life will feel so easy for you. Think of it like this, right?
I want to get to that point. You don't want to. You don't even care. You know.
Look at him. I'm gonna shoot his ass. He's fucking around today.
I remember you. You're the security guard of the building, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I've been having problems with you, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, man? I want to apologize to you, man.
Okay.
I hadn't had my medicine, man. I'm on psychotropic medicines, man. You know I'm schizophrenia, you know?
Right.
I hear voices, I see things they say this is not really there. And I just want to apologize to you because I was wrong. Hey, you know, I've been working all day. I've been working for 12 hours all day. Can you just shake my hand?
Of course. That's all I've been wanting was an apology from you. That's it.
sir.
That's all. I'm just trying to do my job, sir.
But you know what, sir? I was thinking about something.
Oh, motherfucker, this nigga crazy. Do it. Come on. Hey, you going to fucking jail, man. You know what? Hey, get the fuck off my property.
Fuck.
Gone.
Bitch, I'm gonna kill you. I hate your ass. You the Uber driver took my motherfucking money. Bitch, I got money now. I got motherfucking money now. You know what? You thought I was gonna forgive you? I'm a schizophrenia, motherfucker. I'm gonna kill you, punk ass. Hey, you know what? I got my knife in my pocket.
And you better not bring that knife over here. Your ass gonna die tonight. Come on.
You got a gun?
Come on, motherfucker. Come find out.
You got a gun?
Come find out.
I don't think you got a gun. He's a rinky-dink motherfucking cop. You ain't even got a badge. Hey, you know what? Hey, big bro, I told you I take medication.
Calm down, man.
I don't know what be wrong with me. I just lost everything.
Oh!
This is a funny clip. I just want to throw in there. That's all.
Did y'all know wind is actually the effect of a powerful energy source? When y'all see wind being blown and tornadoes and storms happening, do y'all really think that that's happening for no reason? Is it just a natural cause or a natural disaster? This video is definitely going out to the air sign. Yeah, these blinds is closed. When you look up the definition of wind, it's moving air, caused by uneven heating of the earth by the sun. I mean, just think about it. Every single time in anime, when a person powers up, wind is just going crazy around them. It's the literal effect of energy. When I was in middle school, I even asked my teacher, well, how does wind blow? Something kinetically has to be moving in order for it to take that effect. He actually told me that wind comes from the cold areas of the North Pole and the South Pole. But you know, that didn't never make sense to me. Wind is actual energy. That's why it's used for electricity. Every time Storm powers up, she has electricity walking around her. That's why lightning happens when it storms. And it all has to come from a source. Did y'all know wind is actually...
Right, that's crazy. Like, you can't even see wind. You can feel it, but you can't even see it. Like, where is it coming from? That's crazy.
Shake your phone really slow from side to side. Those people will stop moving. It is shockingly easy to fool your brain. You want to see? This next one's called the split depth illusion. Just by using two parallel lines, you can make anything appear to be 3D. Here's one a guy made just by cropping the Star Wars movie and putting the bars in. Those two were the easiest ones. This one still gets me. There's no red. There's no red in that image. Your brain is making the red that goes in the Coca-Cola can. Your brain is coloring the image right now. Yeah, you did that yourself. You know what else your brain can do? Stare at the center of that grid. The lines will make themselves straight the longer you stare at the center of the grid.
That's crazy.
Look at you go with that big, sexy brain. It gets way cooler. Salvador Dali hid this girl in spheres using a technique called the Gestalt switch. It's where you secretly hide an image in the non-focused space. Dolphins are lovers. Depending on how developed you are, will determine what you see. This is not new at all. The ancient Hindu did this with their carvings. You had to look at it a certain way to get the full image. They even managed to do it in 3D. Favorite, by far, Egypt. They hid the biology of consciousness in their art and headdresses. Even in the temples themselves. It was like a secret language. The more you learned, the more was revealed in the carvings. Why? It ensured you understood properly before you got taught something that could harm you or others. And it safeguarded the knowledge from other people who were unaware of the techniques. We are literally still decoding this to this day. Weirdest thing, they believe the ultimate illusion was this reality. And I agree. If your illusion sucks, make a new one. You
video. A guy is...
That look like an alien. Okay, I got it right. This is so disturbing to look up. Dick. I'm sorry with somebody eating right now, man. Just skip this part. That is so nasty. And why is it moving like that? It's nasty.
Strangest thing was found in the catacombs in Paris. People still don't know what the even this was. So this happened in 2004 in the catacombs, and for the people that don't really know too much about the catacombs, bro, it's like 174 miles of tunnels and caves all under Paris, pretty much. Apparently, I think since 1955, they have banned any tourists or anybody from going down there without a tour guide. And this one day, police were doing like this training exercise down there for some reason, and they ended up noticing that there was like these motion censored cameras that were like following them as they were going down and deeper in the catacombs.
Yeah, bro,
so,
I think I've seen something like this.
Yeah, bro. So they were like, what the even is this? So the deeper they go, bro, they ended up literally going, and dude, you're not gonna believe this, they found a movie theater
Yes.
pretty much set up.
I seen this,
in the
bro.
catacombs that they set up down there with the wiring and everything, bro. They set up all of this type of stuff. They even went as far as to say, bro, there was a bar down there. There was even a restaurant with dining tables and everything. So they ended up pretty much leaving to go get reinforcements, and they also wanted to go and get people that were
experts with like wiring.
Experts with wiring and
like
electricians and shit like that. So they would go and bring those people, and when they get down there, all of the stuff is gone. Every single piece.
The movie theater, everything.
All the movie theater, the tables, the this, the that, the wiring that they set up professionally, all of it is gone as if they were never there. Even the motion sensor cameras are gone 3 days later. And the only thing they found was a note, and it just wrote, "Don't try to find us."
Really?
Straight up. That's what it said, yeah. And they, till this day, they don't know what the that was. So I don't know, bro.
That's gotta be some Illuminati shit in there, like watching some crazy
shit, dude. The strength.
That's creepy.
Jackie Chan just exposed the real reason Bruce Lee was taken away.
When he passed away, and then the movie was released after he passed away, there was all kind of conspiracy theories. People thought the triads, the mafia, had something to do with it. It was said that his family had a curse, his father had a curse, that he passed on to Brandon. What is your belief on how he passed away?
What's the story in the West? I don't know.
No, you don't know the story in the West, that there was...
How Bruce Lee...
They said it was a couple. Yeah. They said he upset it because of his success in the film industry and taking the martial art around the world, that he upset it, the triad, mafia organization.
No.
Okay, that wasn't true. The other said that he was fighting a curse that was... No, that's not true.
Not
okay.
true.
So what... So
that news in the public. I think in the old days, 30 years ago, because the communication not fast enough.
Yeah.
There's no internet. Nobody knows. He in somebody's house. Yeah, that's everybody knows. He.
By the way, this video is scripted and very.
Alright, I just found the real clip. Actually, original clip. Let's watch this.
You come a long way from that 15.
Long way.
I gotta ask you though, and I just because we're all Bruce Lee, but you know Bruce was big in the black community. So are you. Is he the greatest? Like, you've trained in so many different disciplines, and you got to see him actually, perform when the cameras are off. I heard people used to approach him on set and challenge him. Like, how great was he as a martial artist?
I saw so many great artists, great martial artists. My master is a great martial artist. He also is a great but besides he's a great martial artist, he know how to present the things, like the nunchuck.
Yeah,
we have so long in the martial art area. Everybody knows nunchuck, but he know how to present. Like the kicking, we do kick every single day, but he know how to put the stick, the kicking, in the screen. And he can speak English, and that time he speak English. Then he has West education. Then he come back. It's like some kind of like a half traditional Chinese, half traditional American. So this why makes him unique. The way he talk, the way he present, the way, then just unique. He just great.
When he passed away, and then the movie was released after he passed away, there was all kind of conspiracy theories. People thought the triads, the mafia, had something to do with it. It was said that his family had a curse, his father had a curse, that he passed on to Brandon. And what is your belief on how he passed away?
What's the story in the West? I don't know.
Oh, you don't know the story in the West, that there was...
How Bruce Lee died?
They said it was a couple. They said he upset it because of his success in the film industry and taking the martial arts around the world, that he upset it, the triads, mafia organization.
No.
Okay, that wasn't true. The other said that he was fighting a curse that was... Nope, that's not true.
Not true.
So what? So
that news in the public. I think in the old days, 30 years ago, because the communication not fast enough. There's no internet. Nobody knows. He died in somebody's house. That's everybody knows. He died die in somebody's house. My boss go to pick him up, and then send him to the hospital. Then that's the true thing.
That's the true thing.
Of course, you can find out more. I don't want to say in detail.
Yeah.
You find out the detail yourself.
Dig do the dive myself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in the public in Hong Kong. Google's everybody knows. Yeah, everybody knows what happened. It's whenever I travel around, Bruce Lee died by somebody murder. No. Curse. No, nothing. Just normal. Die in somebody's house. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we have BJ here. Who BJ?
Woman just died in somebody's house though. Like it had to have been something happened, right? I gotta look into that, man. He said look up Hong Kong Google. What did he say? Hong Kong Google? Is that what he said?
I don't want to say in detail.
Yeah.
You find out the detail yourself.
Dig do the dive myself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in the public in Hong Kong. Google's everybody knows. Yeah.
Hong Kong Google. Come on, man. What is that? What is?
Yo, this pilot flew right next to the sun, and you're telling me the Earth is not flat and the sun is not local? Look at the map that pilots have to follow. A horizon map. Airplane. Plane. Look at the sun right over it. Yo, this pilot flew.
This is genuinely one of the most disturbing videos I have ever seen. It is the final footage that was found of a man who got lost in the Paris catacombs. In the 90s, a group of explorers were going through the catacombs of Paris, and they were getting pretty deep in there when they found a camera that was just abandoned. And upon reviewing the footage, they realized that it was from a man who was exploring down there, but he got lost. Watching the footage is incredibly chilling because he's picking up bones and skulls while he's exploring, but there's a point where either he hears something or he sees something and he begins running. He's running frantically and you can hear his breath getting louder and louder and louder. There's points where he doesn't know which way to turn, and finally, as he's running, he drops the camera. Based off of the paintings that people were able to see in the footage and the testimony of the people who found the camera, this man was insanely deep underground in the catacombs. He was really far into the uncharted sections. And you may have heard of the film As Above, So Below, the movie that was actually inspired by this footage. As Above, So Below is a found footage horror movie about a group of people going into the Paris catacombs trying to find a hidden chamber to find the Philosopher's Stone, the secret to eternal life, but they actually end up going into the layers of hell. And the creators of this film saw this found footage from the 90s and it inspired them to make their own movie. So As Above, So Below is based on a true story. I'm doing a whole episode over on my pod Frightful Fandom talking about the history of the catacombs, what they were used for, this very unfortunate true life case, and of course, As Above, So Below. This is genuinely one of the most disturbing videos I have ever seen. It is the
The Bible makes clear that we live on a flat, non-rotating earth and that we live in a realm, not space. And I'm gonna prove it to you. If you don't already use Haven, it's an awesome studying resource. It can pull up verses on specific topics. Everyone I've put onto this loves it. Isaiah 40:22, it is he who sits above the circle of the earth, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain and spreads them out like a tent to dwell in. And a lot of people are gonna say, oh, that's proof of the globe. No, it's not. The Hebrew word in this verse can be translated as circle or vault, indicating a rounded or arched shape. This suggests a reference to the dome or the expanse of the heavens. In Isaiah 22, he uses a totally different word for ball. He will surely wind you up tightly like a ball to be thrown into a wide land. Two different words used, and this is the only time that you see this word in the entire Bible. Proverbs 8:27, when he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he drew a circle on the face of the deep. Job 26:10, he has inscribed a circle on the face of the waters at the boundary of light and darkness. Verses in Genesis alone that have the phrase, face of all the earth. What does that make you think of? A watch. The face of a watch. Job 22:14, thick clouds enwrap him so that he does not see, and he walks on the circle of the sky. Matthew 4:8, again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their splendor. Ezekiel 10:1, then I looked, and behold, in the firmament that was above the head of the cherubims, there appeared over them, as it were, a sapphire stone as the appearance of the likeness of a throne. Revelation 7:1, after this I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the four winds of the earth. Job 22:14, thick clouds enwrap him so that he does not see, and he walks on the circle of the sky. Remember, this is the same word that you can also translate to vault or arch. Here's just 3 verses that say, the world shall be stable, it shall not be moved. A lot of people love to say, oh, the Bible never said that the earth is flat, because it's not needed. When you read it and compare the verses, it's obvious. We 100% live in God's realm.
It all makes sense now.
The placenta. Okay, so the placenta is not supposed to be cut. So whenever a doctor actually cut the placenta, he's...
The reason why you're having a hard time sleeping is because the earth is going through an ascension process. The Schumann resonance has been spiking, and if you're ascending with the new earth, you are going to feel it. If you're feeling overwhelmed, depressed, anxious, having ringing in the ears, trouble sleeping, or you're oversleeping because your body needs rest, these are all signs that you are shifting with the new earth. The ascension process is not smooth and easy and can feel chaotic. So just know the louder the chaos, the closer you are to the new beginning, or the closer you are to breaking through the new beginning. So this is a good sign that you are aligning with your highest good. So rather than feeling chaotic or overwhelmed or that you're on the wrong path, it's actually a sign that you're exactly where you need to be, because you are shifting with the new earth, and not everybody is going to shift. It's an individual thing. It's just a sign that you are adjusting your frequencies to match the new earth's frequency, because the earth is going through an ascension process as well. And all the chaos that you're seeing is just a sign that the earth is shedding the old and allowing the new to come in. And the exact same thing happens on an individual level. If you're feeling depression, this compression, which means you're going within and you're navigating the changes that you're going through, rather than feeling like you're depressed, you're just going through a transitional period. So all of these signs are just part of the ascension process, and rather than feeling overwhelmed, just know that new beginnings are right around the corner. The reason why
T-shirts, shoes.
Make money off us. That's how it's going. It's 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. and you come out, how's it going?
Back, guys. Back.
And yo, first I snatch the streets, then
And I love myself way more than I love you.
That's crazy. Y'all is getting out of hand.
Kendra and I both felt it today. Did you feel it? Do you feel the energy of today? Does it kind of feel like it was off? And do you have these off days? Well, there's a reason why, and science has once again proven the manifestation world. So we had the Schumann resonance, big spike, the last few days, and then this weird little blip here, right here. Our sixth sense is our ability to feel and attract and understand different frequencies, different vibrations. Also too, they're finding that the Schumann resonance, the Earth's frequency, does affect our alpha brainwaves. As time goes on, just more and more, this more science and manifestation, just more of all of it is all going to coincide together, because it's the knowing. It isn't belief, it's actually the truth. But yeah, so in this video, I want to talk to you about what do you do when you just feel weird, when you get that frequency from Earth or whatever's going on. And remember, sometimes when we wake up feeling strange, we could be tapping into some negative energies that are all throughout the world. Best thing to do is remember, it's not your energy, it's not your frequency. You are just getting the feeling of it, but you don't have to accept it and hold it on to your heart. Kendra and I both.
Yeah, that was 16 years of my life, bro. And she gonna have a baby with my granddaddy, man. That's why I was just telling him, man, boy, that don't hurt, bro. 16 years, bro. I ain't kidding you, 16 years, bro. And she had a baby with my granddaddy, man.
You look so concerned.
Then they have a twin. That's the most devastating part. On somebody saying, I'm gonna get one, and he gonna get the other one.
Nah, he was mad. He was mad as hell.
Don't snap, bro.
Man, what? Man, I almost pulled the plugs off on him yesterday. They wouldn't let me get to him. Man, I finna kill him cold turkey.
Don't do it, bro.
I ain't
I know how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you big man over there.
Yeah.
I pass your spot every day.
Real talk. 16 years, man.
Damn.
Yo.
Bro, hold your composure.
I'm gonna hold on.
Watch what's gonna happen.
See, I'm getting angry right now, man. That's what I'm telling, man. Man, I'm getting angry right now, man. I'm finna go get him. They got me messed up. He got me messed up, bro. Real talk.
Damn.
He got me messed up. Then he gonna tell me yesterday.
Bro, you for real about
he
that?
gonna wake up yesterday. He gonna tell me Happy Father's Day. That's when I'm finna go crazy. Damn,
bro, I'm sorry to hear that. Does she know what she just did?
No, she don't know what she just did. She don't know. She can't know.
Man, put that shit on Facebook, bro.
Real talk.
Put her full name and put his full name and put it on Facebook, bro.
That's what I'm finna go do too.
Stay away from her.
I am.
Don't get in trouble.
I ain't gonna get in trouble, bro.
Man, now I gotta step out and check on you now. I know your spot here.
Yeah.
I don't never just stop by there, but you see me all the time.
Right.
I rode through there.
Right. Yeah, that was
Bro is so concerned. That's what's up, though. I know he be lying to him, though. Is he for real? I know he ain't for real.
Just chilling. How you feeling?
Good?
Yeah, man. How you feeling?
And I'm feeling good. Just taking a day at a time. Just chilling and staying focused for real.
Yeah, I love the time.
From a federal prison.
I love the time we spent in Saudi, man. That was great.
And look, that's all I'm talking about here. The people here, they get their time, and they ain't never experienced the world. So I be telling them stories, and they be on 20.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, you know what I was just listening to last night?
What's that?
The verse with you, the verse you did on Donna with Andre 3000.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was the end of the album.
I said, yeah, he popping it.
Yeah.
What you been working on? You good overall?
Yeah, man. I just got off the phone with Puff. I talked to him for the first time 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes before you called me, yeah.
Hey, look how the all money do, you hear me?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, we've been in the studio, man. I got this warehouse and like 30,000 square feet. So I put all the, I have all the producers. So I put all the producers downstairs, and then I got this big screen. They be saying like 16:9 for films, but this screen is so wide that it's called a 9:1, and it's a surround screen. And I shot this movie.
Does Kanye remind me of the messy auntie in the family? Why do people be doing this? I swear, the comments be the funniest, man. I know y'all be doing it too. Y'all be on your Instagram reels. You be looking at the comments and laughing. I'm not the only one.
With my wife in Japan, and then we just edited it, and we just been showing it to people. It's like the next frontier. It's like sci-fi or something, and we gonna shoot some more films. We can go out to Japan, shoot more films, and we just making music. Like I chopped up this whole new album myself, and I've been like having the music played live, and like just finding that artist Laser Them down in Atlanta. Yeah, I just got put onto him, but his beats, they just it's like I connected with Dave Blunts, and he was just talking about like these are the underground beats, and just explaining to me the way everybody approached their beats. They said that Dave Blunts, watch this, he record on the phone. He records on his iPhone. It's some app.
Oh yeah.
Just chilling. How you feeling?
Good.
That's cool. Nah, that is good to see that like Lil Durk is in good spirits. Oh, here we go. That's tough.
We have another wildfire situation that just broken out, and this time it's in Long Island, New York, in the Hamptons. They are saying this wildfire is very large and it's moving very fast. And they say the winds is like 35 miles an hour right now. And as of right now, they don't know how it started. Once again, look at this shit, y'all. Reports are saying that it's like a mile long right now. And it's only increasing in size. In
That's
New
crazy.
York, though? This is crazy, fool. Look at that jump. Yeah, that's crazy as fuck. The thing I'm trying to understand is, isn't parts of New York still kind of wet from the snow or the rain? Like, how the hell does a wildfire start out there? I'm pretty sure it is not dry enough for that, right? Or am I tripping? Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. And
Every day that I clock into this job, I consider selling my pussy. Look at my fucking truck. Forgot to put the car in park. Look at my fucking truck.
That's a shame, bro. Nobody deserved to go through this. I'm not gonna lie. And you gotta do it every day. Man, I would have quit. I would have quit. I don't care. I'm a life path 5. I can't do it. Man, my mind be too creative. Like, no, I can't. I can't do it. No.
These are called totes. These are called overflows. The boxes that don't fit in a tote. I am in a Ford fucking minivan for soccer moms. What the fuck made you think we could fit all this shit in here, Amazon, Jeff Bezos, bitch? What the fuck? And then I just had a stop where I had to look for the overflow, but I think it's all the way at the bottom. So guess what? I'm just gonna deliver it later. And then my DSP owner be mad when we be out here till 8, 9 o'clock. What are you mad at? Come get your old ass out here and do this. This is fucking ridiculous. Like,
That is though. That is ridiculous, man. I feel it though.
Niggas gotta stop sending me shit to my DM. Cause now you can see your doodle and all the doodle stains.
That is, why would they even make that?
Clear as day now. With the brand new 2025 acrylic toilet. I'm fucking done with this shit.
Imagine having that type of toilet though. You gotta see that.
Too much shit going on.
That's interesting. Before using cordless phone, after using cordless phone for 10 minutes.
What happened to the man who invented the water-powered car? In the 90s, an independent American inventor by the name of Stanley Meyer invented a fuel cell that could fuel a car from Los Angeles to New York on just 22 gallons of water. Well, you see, as soon as his car went on display for the whole world to see, he started receiving offers for millions of dollars to destroy all the evidence of this technology. And when he refused, he started receiving death threats. He stood his ground, but one fateful day at a business meeting, Stanley took a sip of cranberry juice, ran out to the parking lot and yelled, "They poisoned me," before dropping dead on the ground. The interesting thing was, a week after that, his lab was raided, and the water-powered car and all evidence of its existence was stolen, never to be seen again. Even though some people think that it was a mere coincidence, and even though you can watch the full video by clicking on the link in the dangerous truth behind boba tea.
Do y'all want to know why it was so important for them to force us to convert to Christianity? Not because they wanted to spread an enlightenment in the good word, but because they were very afraid of us. I'm pretty sure y'all heard of the Haitian Revolution. Oh, you know where black people fought against the French and won? They were so nervous, they even made laws.
1685, a law in Haiti prohibited the practice of African religions and forced slave owners to actually push their slaves to adapt to the Christian faith within 8 days.
Now, I really want to just ask this question. Y'all got knives, bayonets, swords, pistols, muskets, rifles, cannons, bombs. So here's the big question. How did enslaved people with no upgraded weapons fight and beat against these people? Well, this is Cecile Fatima, and she was a Haitian voodoo priestess. And she did a voodoo ceremony to summon the strength to win against these colonizers. A week later, 18,000 plantations were destroyed, and 1,000 slaveholders got what they deserved. Now I can see why these colonizers want to demonize their practices. I mean, imagine seeing people like this doing these ceremonies, converting their energy to fight against you. Very strongly put in the Bible. Slaves, be obedient to your human master with fear and tremble in the sincerity of heart as to Christ. There were instances of colonizers' teeth falling out through battle. Stomach pains, headaches, issues within the colonizer soldiers. I mean, look at this. The Chief Justice President Judge lost his voice and had to adjourn court. Then the President of Legislative Council died. When court was resumed, the judge again lost his voice, and he had difficulty speaking. The jury believed to have supernatural interventions. They do not like the personal, spiritual, and ancestral power that we were using to protect us. Voodoo means spirit. They had to erase our spirit, our strength, in order for us to be docile. Because what was done in Haiti shook the foundation of owning slaves. But you know, y'all stay dangerous. Do y'all want to know?
Hey ChatGPT, if you were the devil, how would you stop someone from being successful?
I'd make sure their own mind turned against them. I'd fill their head with thoughts like, you're not good enough, you're going to fail, why even try? I'd make these thoughts so constant, they'd mistake them for their own voice. Then, I'd make them repeat these thoughts until their subconscious accepted them as truth. And just like that, they'd never chase their dreams because their own mind would convince them not to.
Your mind is either your prison or your greatest weapon. Every negative thought you repeat becomes your reality. But what's been programmed can be reprogrammed. That's why affirmations work. That's why Inner Tune exists. Rewire your mind.
That's crazy.
Why is no one talking about this, yo? 3 months ago, Elon Musk had tweeted Doge and Mini Doge, Godfather and the Doge son. But guess what, yo? His son meme coin dropped just about a day ago, y'all. And this is the most talked about project in Solana right now. Y'all know how Elon Musk is the face of Twitter and how he loves Doge. He even called it the Department of Government Agency Doge. Mini Doge is really about to take over the internet. And the crazy part is, the developers who made this coin, they're early adopters in Dogecoin. It's only currently sitting at a $12 million market cap right now, yo. And the chart found a crazy foundation. This is one of them Pepe, Shiba, early vibes. The artwork is extremely clean on this project too. They literally said that this is the richest kid on earth. But y'all need to get through your head is crypto is ran by different narratives. And whatever narrative is popping and buzzing is gonna blow. The chart did a little moonshot earlier. Look at that. The crazy part about this token is though, you earn rewards every 5 to 6 minutes, y'all. Just from holding, just like the old BNB days. This is one of those. And there's a lot of TikTok influencers and Instagram, all different type of influencers that's about to push this. Pay attention. The devs that was behind this project took their last project over $250 million market cap. I keep putting y'all on these plays, man. Download the Phantom wallet and look it up. Mini Doge.
Yo, it seemed like they trying to get rid of money. That's what it is. Like the currency that we have, they want it to be everything digital. That's what we going, as we all know.
I feel like a lot of love is artificial these days, and we don't talk with each other for genuine creativity and personality purposes. Because me personally, I could sustain myself in my life, so I'm not looking to drain resources out of nobody or to use somebody for something. Like, I want to get an equal value exchange, and I was thinking of this because I'm washing clothes, right? And I see my neighbor, he working on his car, but right next to him, he been out there for a few hours, right? But right next to him, what he got, his girl, right? And they Mexican, but he got his girl right there. She drawing her art, I'm like, damn, they vibing, bro. Where that's at? Where that's at in the black community? It's like it's like impossible to find that. I be seeing like people in the comments, they be like, well, you know, a woman will be homeless with you. Women have your back more than your bros. Nah, bro, I be feeling like it's a lot of people in this world that is full of shit, bro. Like Charleston White got a hat. I think everybody playing. Like, a lot of humans are trash, bro. And even your bros cannot be, your bros and your girl could be full of shit. You see Jada Young's situation. So, in a bunch of other situations, bro, people be having friends, family, girlfriends that's just not for them or not for life. I don't know, man. Like, where's the people that want to live like that? Want to live, bro? You know, like, actually want to live life. Does that not exist no more? It's like everybody's so transactional, or I don't know, man. Or in their own little world to where we can't even make time for each other because everybody's so busy chasing this damn illusion, bro. And for the people that do vibrate on this frequency, bro, we must just be ducked off out the way because everybody I run across seem like they just be on some parasitical shit, bro. But y'all let me know, man, if I'm tripping. I feel like a lot of...
Nah, he on point.
I want y'all to know how this earth used to be and how it's going to be pretty soon. Yeah, we doing it, exposing Avatar. Because it definitely was a documentary on how this planet actually used to be and the people. In this land, they found so many new organisms, beings, trees, all types of advanced psychological things happening on this planet. Mainly because they wanted to colonize and obtain resources that would make them rich. Sound familiar? In the movie, there were these beings called the Navi people. Their bodies were so advanced and connected to the earth. And they seemed to have dressed to African clothing. Now, the Navi people were very, very tall. And so was nature. All the trees, everything was literally lit. There's the same thing about giants on Earth. 8 to 10 feet people living and walking around in the past. Taller than the regular humans. Because who was these steps for? I'm not just making this up. Also in the movie, there were big, tall, giant trees. You know, on Earth, the mountains that look like they cut off trees. Now, in this movie, they was willing to do whatever, knocking down sacred trees, doing all types of things that hurt the planet and the Earth and everything that was connected to it. Sound familiar? Now, all around the planet, there are these tall people on the walls, and they call them gods and giants and all types of things. What if all of these advanced beings who are called gods in different religions were just highly advanced beings in the past? And in the past, these people who are seeing them call them gods. I mean, who knows what our DNA is capable of? So these humans want what these highly intelligent beings have. So they invaded and took advantage of the people. I want y'all to know how this earth used to be and how it's...
Yo, Avatar definitely showed that, though. They definitely showed a lot, you know. How, like, our planet used to be. How the trees used to look. How everything used to vibrate. Dope movie, man. Dope movie.
Still falling for the temporary structures narrative? Oh goodness, of course you are. So anyways, check this out. The mainstream narrative will tell you these megacities were just a bunch of plaster-covered hay bales built by a bunch of pilgrims. Hell, I've even seen the claim that, get this, many were built with stucco and then painted with compressed air squirt guns for quickness. World's fairs, entire cities fully powered by free atmospheric energy, complete with massive impossible structures, weren't temporary buildings, but rather remnants of the old world they were actively erasing. Eventually, all torn down like it was nothing. Baby farms and all. But why destroy these grand buildings right after showcasing them? Oh, right, because they were never built in the 1800s. And they were in a bunch of plaster-covered hay bales built with stucco and then painted with compressed air squirt guns. Still falling for the timber.
Georgia Moss talks about strengthening your aura.
When they getting you to donate your energy, remember it's a frequency war. And, you know, it's all about life force. And it's all about seeping from your aura. You have a soul. So your soul is always glowing. It never stops. Even though they try to cloud it with emotions, it never stops. All right? So you are forever pumping out life force into your aura. That's your magnetic field around you, which is your aura. This is why crystals help charge up your aura. But the key to it, family, is to strengthen your aura. I keep telling y'all that you have to strengthen the aura. You can strengthen your aura to a point where a bullet can't even penetrate you, can't even hit you because it's going to hit that aura field and it just drop. That's how strong you can strengthen your aura too. You can strengthen your aura so strong that motherfuckers won't even better come around you within a certain radius. All right. And if you think that's a lie, go look up frequency technology where the military uses these weapons, like 5G towers, or y'all, if y'all want to call them that, where they can turn up the frequency on it, and it'll make people's skin feel like it's burning. They can look. Frequency weapons work like this. The military can pull up with a weapon and point it at a crowd of people, fire those frequencies into the crowd, and people in that crowd are dispersed because they can start feeling like their skin on fire, it's burning, it's peeling, they start itching, the whole nine. All right. So they do the same thing on a bigger level. You know what I'm saying? And a ritual, you donate in your energy to this satanic, false pagan god. All right. And the Celtics, you should already know who the Celtics were. The Celtics were some of the most evilest motherfuckers to ever walk the planet. All right. And whether you call them Celtics, Puritans, Pilgrims, Knights Templar, Christian Crusades, whatever shit you want to call, these are all human beings. Or shapeshifters, same motherfuckers, or Pleiadians. So, understand that the celebration of St. Patrick was also a sorcerer. Now, St. Valentine was not a sorcerer, all right, but St. Patrick was an actual sorcerer. This means he was into practicing magic. So this is why on St. Patrick's Day they like to use the color green, all right, because green does what? It's the heart chakra. All right. So anytime you're dealing with the heart chakra, you're dealing with the love vibration. All right. If you go watch an old video I did about bees, I was exposing bees to you and what bees are. Bees vibrate at the love frequency. Let me refresh in y'all mind, class, because that was like 50 videos ago. Okay. So with bees, for example, when they buzzing, what you hearing is literally their vibration. All right. So when you hear the bees buzzing, that's their vibration you hearing. When they getting you to donate your energy, remember it's a.
If I could just get you to see them mountains as tree stumps, if you can really see that, the veil is broken, bro. Because from that point, you see everything. You see everything. You really get to looking at the mountain, you be like, oh shit, that shit do look like a tree that got cut down. And then you start scanning back, looking at the whole mountain range, you be like, oh, fuck, that's the tree they cut right there. That's disguised as mountains. Boy, that shit stand out clear as day when you notice that's the tree you looking at. And then think about how tall the tree was. You're like, oh, shit, hold on now. I'm looking for evidence about all this shit Rashad Jamal be talking about how we fell in frequency and this was our planet and we was giants and we was blue, red, and green and you did blah, 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 bleed. Look at this big ass tree. This was a tree. If I could just get you to see them mountains.
That's crazy. Because the mountains do be looking like trees too. Yeah.
Golly. Play it up if it is. Shoot. That's enough. That should be enough. Light. Hold on. Here you go. Now this all you need. Oh, okay. No, I gotta have something in my hand. Look at this Joker gave me. He trying to get me killed, y'all. Crazy. I'm trying to get an early insurance policy for me. He know what he doing. He trying to cash in on me, y'all. Trying to make me use my policy full time. No better than that, Ty P. See what you got. See what they gonna do. Let's see. Golly.
How many of y'all just jumped? Huh? Jump. Somebody's jumped. This video was funny.
Rule number 1 on how to take care of a baby. Always stand up or walk around when you're holding that baby. Don't you ever even think about sitting down. Don't you do it. You better not. You better get up and walk around, stand up with that baby.
I guess it's like more of a like, I guess they feel like they walking around too. So, I don't know. That is funny.
Do not sit down. You better not do it. All right, let's see if Charlie's in a no sitting down mood. Okay. All right. So here's what I found out. If I cry before she does, all is well. Here we go. Watch this. Ah! I hate sitting in this chair. Man, this chair sucks so bad, I just don't want to sit in this chair anymore. I really hate sitting in this chair. I don't want to do it anymore. Like, this chair sucks so bad. I just hate it. I want to sit here.
She ain't trying to hear none of that.
Every time I think about sitting in this chair, I just get mad. Rule number 1 on how to take care of a baby.
Oh, man. I guess that works.
Ariana Grande interview scared the hell out of me. Because I'm sitting here asking myself, what the hell is going on in Hollywood? What is Hollywood doing to these young stars? And you may not know what I'm talking about, but look at this shit.
The next step
Why is she
is
talking
the
like a
next
robot?
step. It means it must come out.
Listen to
you know,
this.
it's been.
You have a release date.
You know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure, you know?
Oh my God.
The memory erasure, they erase my memories. It's a little foggy, but
If you could remember, struggle, tell me, give me a date.
She just said at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory eraser thing. What? So this is what's going on? These clinics are erasing these Hollywood stars' memories? And you know that she wasn't supposed to say that. She was not supposed to say that. Because when she said it, he took the mic away from her face. What's really going on? I don't know much about Ariana Grande. But what I do know is, and that doesn't seem like her, she seems more controlled than anything. Now, I'm not saying anything happened to her. But what I'm saying is, something is wrong. I know you see it. And if that happened to her, how many other people did it happen to?
Exactly.
Shit's crazy.
Exactly. You're right. How many other people did that happen to? Dang. That's creepy.
Why one popular diet says to avoid them, but as it turns out, not all carbs are created equal.
Bananas have a lot of nutritional benefits, fiber, some potassium, B6, and vitamin C, although they are frowned upon by people following the keto diet for being higher in carbohydrates than other fruits. Kelsey Siebold, Dr. Shane McGee says they are a better carbohydrate than what Americans typically eat.
This doesn't give you such high sugar loads in your blood as like table sugar does. It gives you a more kind of slower, sustained release. So when we talk about carbohydrates, we're focused more on the low glycemic index carbohydrates that are better for you. And to be honest with you, you find those in mostly fruits and vegetables. Most of the processed stuff you can pick up, higher glycemic index, high spikes of sugar we want to avoid.
Which means they're safe even for diabetic patients in moderate servings. And he encourages patients with heart disease to eat bananas because the sodium to potassium ratio is just right to lower blood pressure.
Why one
Can't believe this shit. Niggas violating me, I'm violating niggas. Give me 150, I'm calling this nigga. Niggas think they was slick in a car, leave they phone a lot. Yeah, I got your phone now. Somebody tell I got her phone. Yeah, I got your phone. Yeah, and I'm calling this nigga. And I'm calling him. Nah. I told myself I would never call a nigga phone about no girl. But today is the fucking day. Today is the day. I'm telling you we are married, bro. Leave her alone, bro. Leave her alone, bro. As a father? Bro, coming? You love her, son, bro? Because you act like you really ready to die, bro. This is my wife, bro. I'm actually the...
Yeah, listen. We've been talking every day for a whole 6-7 months. Our feelings grown. I'm saying I got a text.
I don't know, man. I feel like this is fake.
If you play video games, check this out.
Surgeons, where they found that surgeons who regularly play video games make less errors.
I mean, video games require manual dexterity, so it makes sense.
Look at this, 32% fewer errors, 24% faster, and scored 26% better overall than their non-player colleagues.
Oh, I believe that for
That's
sure.
incredible.
Well, then
like that, you should be required in medical school to play video games.
But here's what's really interesting. It's not just about hand-eye coordination. Brain scans show that gaming rewires 3 key neural networks. The parietal cortex, which controls how we orient our attention, the frontal lobe, which helps us stay focused, and the anterior cingulate, which helps us handle multiple tasks. And get this, action gamers can track 6 to 7 moving objects at once, while most people can only track 3-4. They can also distinguish between different shades of grey 58% better than non-gamers, an ability that would mean the difference between seeing a car in dense fog or not. But here's the most counterintuitive finding. While most people get worse at multitasking when they try to juggle multiple things, gamers get better. Their brains become more efficient at switching between tasks, using less energy to accomplish more. Maybe it's time we stopped thinking of gaming as just entertainment and started seeing it as what it really is, a powerful form of cognitive enhancement.
If you play video games, check this out.
That's interesting, man. I love gaming too. It's my start.
Doechii may have just exposed the fact that she may be an industry plant, y'all. It's a clear-cut agenda. People need to open their eyes and see what the is really going on. It's really crazy. I just got in tune with her music, and now she do this. So she was on Hot Ones, and she read a question from a card, and it said, what is her biggest dating red flag? And y'all won't believe what she said. Look at this.
What's my biggest dating red flag? Is it being on the DL? You're on the right track. Is it close enough? You want to guess one more time what would be a red flag for me? Bad music taste? Oh, that is a good one, because that's one for me. This is a huge red flag for me. All right. Strike one. You're a man. Yeah. And you're heterosexual.
I've never heard anything like that before. And the shorty that was across from her that was guessing her answer, the first thing she said was what most typical people would say, was a down low person. And she said, not quite. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Is she an industry plant? And do she got a clear-cut agenda? Doechii may have just...
Industry plant, for sure. No excuses, man. No excuses.
All right, this video was taken in Novosibirsk, Russia. And you think Russia is an exception because they're banning GMOs, this, that, and the other, but this is going on there. And you'll notice, too, this happens more often in dense populated centers of urban centers than rural areas. Now look what the mainstream says about these trails. The truth behind those white streaks trailing behind jets in the sky. So a U.S. Air Force research paper was leaked in 1996. So they're saying that this theory that what they're doing up there is something nefarious has been around since 1996. And rooted in this Air Force research paper from the same year that was titled Weather as a Force Multiplier, Owning the Weather in 2025. And it outlines a future weather modification system to achieve military objectives using aerospace forces, and the EPA claims this does not reflect current military policy, practice, or capability. We can't do this, we were just talking about it. Then here it says, some people think it's to poison you, some think it's for mind control, and some think it's a way for the government to control the weather. Not like that's possible, right? On an unrelated note, if you want to detox heavy metals and boost your brain function and detox microplastics, pesticides.
Yeah, nigga, my mama's not playing, bro. Niggas do all that yapping, nigga, don't do no yapping, nigga. I'm gonna fuck who it is, nigga. Get any nigga. Nigga, I'm here with the program, nigga. I'm a man, nigga. Yeah, I'm good. Get up from my face, nigga. You wanna try to swallow? You wanna try to swallow, nigga? You wanna try to swallow? Shut the fuck up. Nigga, you just yapping. Get right.
Ooh. Oh yeah, Donatello, go ahead, get active, buddy. Yep, put your shell on. Go and get the rest of the. I'll pay for the pizza. I'll pay for the pizza. Which sewer you want to come up out of? Yeah, the rest of the Ninja Turtles said which one you want to use, the nunchucks? You trying to use the stick? Shit, Michelangelo said he just bought him a pistol. I'm trying to figure out What's your next move, big dog? Yeah, damn that boy. A loogie, nigga. Fuck is going. It's too much going on.
It's too much going on.
If this was a news station, I'm fired. It's too much going on. Yeah, producer. Too much. It's too much going on in the news today. Yes, it is. Yep, I'm gonna go on here resign. Like the rest of them CEOs. Let me get up out of here.
Yo, that is crazy. So I guess people going around, they saying he look like the Ninja Turtle or something like that. Yo, that is funny. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, why you gotta beat him up? I ain't gonna lie. You gotta what? Nah, you gotta fight. You gotta fight.
What was Disney trying to tell us? The father of mathematics and music.
Mathematics and music?
Ah, you'll find mathematics in the darndest places. Watch. You can imagine how excited Pythagoras was when he shared his findings with his pals, a fraternity of eggheads, known as the Pythagoreans. They used to meet in secret to discuss their mathematical discoveries. Only members were allowed to attend. They had a secret emblem, the pentagram. Hidden within the pentagram is a secret for creating a golden rectangle, which the Greeks admired for its beautiful proportions, and we find it in their classical architecture. The Parthenon, perhaps one of the most famous of early Greek buildings, contains many golden rectangles. These same golden proportions are also found in their sculpture. What was Disney trying to tell us?
They be having the truth in the cartoons all the time, man.
The thing to have is a Black's Law dictionary. It's about this thick. This is the dictionary that the lawyers use, and it has legal definitions of words in it. And when you use it to look up words, you find out really interesting stuff. Person, the word person. The definition of person is a corporate fiction. Black's Law also tells us that the only person known to Canadian law is the corporation. And that's interesting. Human is another interesting word. It appears nowhere in the Bible, but you look up the definition of human in Black's Law, and it says sea monster. And so you flip to monster, and you look up the definition for monster, and it says one that cannot own or inherit property. Now, all governments have human resource departments, and all corporations have human resource departments. Isn't that interesting? Job is another interesting definition. Job is the thing to have is a Black's Law.
That's crazy, man. Like these words that we be using got a real deeper meanings behind it. It's crazy. Dang. So he using frequency to grow his plants faster. That's dope. What time would you guys get up? Let me know in the comments. What time are you getting up every day, or like you usually get up around? I don't want to get copyright, but dang, tiny home only 26,000, no rent, no mortgage. Hey, that's valid. I ain't gonna lie, that's valid. 26,000. It's a lot of money, but you ain't gotta pay rent, mortgage. That's lit. We gotta, man. It's definitely a way. If people doing this, it's definitely a way for everybody to live off grid too. If he can do it, we can do it. Just gotta figure out the right stuff to get.
You're a man.
If you're making anything under $50,000 a month, you're not a man.
Since when? My dad doesn't make that much. Is my father now not a man? I make close to damn near 6 figures. You're saying I'm not a man? $50K a month for who? For who? And why would you want to be with someone that only sees you as a man if you made that much? Why would you want to be with that person? If you lost the ability to make that amount, they wouldn't want to be with you anymore. Why would you want to be with a woman like that? Brother, you're fit, you're smart. Let's not tell people this.
Right. He is right. That is crazy. Like, come on, man. The average person is not making $50,000 a month. Get out of here. Please. We gotta be realistic with over here, man. Like, most of the people that be getting that much money is people that's like influencers on, like, you know, social media. Like, get out of here, dude.
About 2 years ago, I did an experiment to see if there was any truth to what's called Microplasma Laboratorium, I guess, but it's better known as Morgellons. I went and got a microscope, the most powerful microscope commercially available to buy, and I got raw cranberry juice. You have to get raw cranberry juice, not ocean spray or nothing that's, you know, processed, and you gargle it in your mouth for about 2 to 5 minutes. And basically what this does is it pulls the synthetic fibers, synthetic microfibers or the nanotech out of your, I don't know if it pulls it through your skin membrane or if it just pulls it from your saliva glands. So I looked at the cranberry juice by itself to make sure there wasn't nothing in it so I could know what was already in it. You know, you can see like pieces of the cranberry skin or whatever. And so then I went and gargled it for about 2 to 5 minutes. And I spit it out and looked at it under a microscope, and clearly I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but there's something in there. And if you have rubbing alcohol, you can pour it on it and the motherfucking shit starts twitching. About 2 years ago, I did an experiment to see if there was any truth to what's called Microplasma Laboratorium, I guess, but it's better known as Morgellons. I went and got a microscope, the most powerful microscope commercially available to buy, and I got raw cranberry juice. You have to get raw cranberry juice, not ocean spray or nothing that's, you know, processed, and you gargle it in your mouth for about 2 to 5 minutes. And basically what this does is it pulls the synthetic fibers, synthetic microfibers or the nanotech out of your, I don't know if it pulls it through your skin membrane or if it just pulls it from your saliva glands. So I looked at the cranberry juice by itself to make sure there wasn't nothing in it so I could know what was already in it. You know, you can see like pieces of the cranberry skin or whatever. And so then I went and gargled it for about 2 to 5 minutes. And I spit it out and looked at it under a microscope, and clearly I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but there's something in there. And if you have rubbing alcohol, you can pour it on it and the motherfucking shit starts twitching. About 2 years ago, I did an experiment.
What's up, y'all? Nate Rush checking in.
Go get something done. Peace. It's a billion trees outside, and you.
He is right. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they're catching him. No, they're not catching him.
And I had heart problems growing up. You know, I had heart palpitations, and it got so bad that I couldn't walk from one side of the room to the other side of the room without being short breath. My heart runs on electric currents. Mine was like beating like this. Weird, right? Anyway, I passed out in the shower, went to the hospital. They were like, man, we're gonna have to put a pacemaker in your heart, or we can cut half of your heart open, scar it, and the electric currents will run through the scars. Now I went to this doctor, who's actually my doctor now in Michigan, one of the best doctors in the world, Dr. Brownstein. He gave me magnesium and a couple other things. He was like, make sure you take this magnesium. I go back a week and a half later to get prepped for the surgery that we couldn't afford. They test my heart and they're like, oh my God, your heart's fine. fine. You know, they diagnosed me with the whole disease. They diagnosed me and said my heart, I had a diseased heart. And then when I got tested again, they were like, oh, your heart's really healthy. You have a strong heart. And I couldn't believe how different. I told them, like, all I did was take this. You know, I told them, like, I took the magnesium. They're like, no way. That's impossible. But it's like, people got to open their minds up a little bit more, right? And just, I mean, all of us. I've had to open my mind up so much in my life. And I had heart problems growing up. You know, I had heart.
This is one herb that everybody should have that treats things from acne to varicose veins. And the best part is, it probably grows all around you and you consider it a weed. And that is yarrow, specifically the flower. For those of you who know Achilles in ancient Greece, he actually used this herb to heal. This is also great as a face wash to clear out acne. With the same tea, you can also wash those varicose veins to tighten them up. It's also used in our gut cleanser formula to tighten up the GI tract and close up ulcers. So as you can see, the main effect of this herb is to tighten, to constrict, whether that be on the skin or inside your body. Great for things like bleeding, ulcers, cuts. Not only is it a great emergency herb, but it's also affordable and accessible. This is one herb.
That's what I like, man. I love the fact that we have stuff that can heal us like this, man. This is dope.
The highest form of love is consideration. When someone thinks about how things would make you feel, pays attention to detail, holds you in regard when making decisions that could affect you. In any bond, how much they care about you can be found in how much they consider you. The highest form of love is consideration. When someone thinks
Top 5 exercises for new gym members. 9 sets of pregnancy presses. 55 sets of pink eye head slaps. 6 sets of submissive simps. 1,000 sets of testicular torsion. 92 sets of bust sit wide open. Top 5 exercises for new gym.
These are the worst McDonald's secrets exposed.
Who loves a side order of chemicals? The salads are dusted with propylene glycol to keep them crisp and fresh. This is also used in their sauces, glazes, and hotcakes. Propylene glycol is a less toxic version of ethylene glycol, which is found in antifreeze. Sound appetizing? A common additive used in their food is calcium silicate, which is a white powder primarily used to prevent cement and roof tiles from caking. And what about the chicken nuggets? Less than half of a chicken nugget was actually chicken, and the rest was a combination of preservatives like TBHQ. TBHQ has been proven to be unsafe for consumption, with side effects like loss of vision and liver failure. So try not to eat too many of them. With the use of many chemicals, your meal is likely to look the same for years to come. Mold cannot grow. So when the chicken nuggets, burgers, or fries are left out, they completely dry out. But it's been a mystery as to why the buns do not get moldy. This is a little bit concerning when we think about putting this food in our bodies.
Nah, that shit was crazy, but it gets worse. Be sure to comment part 2 if you want to see more, and hit follow so you don't miss.
That's crazy. Like, what is that really, like, what's really going on in your body when you do this?
Please tell me what I can do to remineralize your tooth. I have something on my site called the Tooth and Gum Restoration. The site is down right now and it'll be back up on the 21st. But if you write these herbs down, use white oak bark. Say it again, white oak bark powder. Neem powder, all organic though. White oak bark powder, neem powder. Clove powder, fresh clove powder. Make sure it's fresh clove powder. Sodium bicarbonate, or what we're going to call baking soda, without aluminum in it. Sodium bicarbonate, which is what we're going to call baking soda powder, without aluminum in it. And last but not least, myrrh gum resin powder. Myrrh gum resin powder. Do all equal parts. Mix these things up, and that will restore your entire mouth. That was one of my first toothpaste powders. Well, one of my first tooth powders. It healed my entire mouth, y'all. That's what you need. Please tell me what I can do to remineralize your...
Bang! All right, let's get it cracking. Let's get it popping. Fist, 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 fist. Hold on, let me get my feet together. Somebody text my mouthpiece.
Damn.
Bang! All right, let's get it cracking. Let's get it popping.
No, you
fist,
really
fist,
different,
fist, fist, fist.
I'm gonna
Aquarius. That thing you like, I actually liked 5 years ago before anyone even knew about it. And now that it's trendy, I wouldn't be caught dead in it. I'm an Aquarius. If you tell me I have to do something, I'm definitely not doing it. Even if I wanted to prior. I'm an Aquarius. Calling me weird is not an insult. Calling me normal is. I'm an Aquarius. It's not that I'm detached and emotionless. I can just see things from a higher perspective and a bird's eye view when all of you are so controlled by your emotions, so you wouldn't understand. I'm an Aquarius. I'm not unrealistic. I just know that there's not one collective reality. We're all living in our own individual reality, and reality is relative to our belief system and our frequency. I'm an Aquarius.
This the type of white I wanna be. Everybody credits go up. They got more money than me. This the motherfucking type of white I wanna be. Riding around this motherfucker life so fucking free. Look at my nigga riding on some fucking skis. Bitch, he parachuting and he riding all up top of me. Bitch riding in this bitch, we on some jet skis. My man's got a bike, bitch, we falling off every fucking thing. Bitch, I need some white fucking friends with some white fucking bands. Bitch, I'm a white fucking man. Bitch, wake up with all white fucking plans. I'm going skiing down a fucking mountain with my white friends. Bitch, I'm with my white friends. Bitch, we got white bands. Bitch, yeah, we doing.
I mean, I don't want to be like a slave to my thoughts.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like 98% of my thoughts ain't even my thoughts. It's something I seen on Twitter, heard on TV, something my mom told me when I was younger, something somebody else said me. So these thoughts are like ideas from other people, and it's like that stuff is controlling me.
Yeah.
And the meditation for me is more like being present. I mean, I don't want to be like a slave.
That is true. Like, your thoughts not even or organic for real, or authentic, right? It's crazy.
But why is chicken the devil?
Listen, people don't realize what inflammatory means. In definition, when it comes to the body, to be inflamed in your kidneys, your intestines, to be inflamed in your arteries means that you now have, or major organs, you have now opened yourself up for diabetes, hypertension, hormonal irregulation. For women, and I get these calls a lot, hormone balance for women when they have high anxiety, problems with having children. So when I say inflammatory, it means that you have lost the ability to do something because you are out of balance. Get off chicken for 30 days and tell me how you feel. So a lot of women are no longer depressed. Their fibroids have shrunk. Their bodies are acting in a way that seem more balanced, in a way they're thinking clearly. So when this started to happen and it became a routine, and I've been with my father, many years and watched this happen.
Right.
I was convinced then, I am convinced now that chicken is the devil. When you find out that chicken is inflammatory, what does that mean? I'm telling you, it means disease.
But why is chicken the devil?
Listen,
You gotta say, why chicken the devil?
I believe in taking days off. I think days off are real important for recovery and all that stuff. But I don't believe in taking.
Right, that's what I skipped it.
The whole design of this system is to get you to move faster than you should, to get you in movement and in motion, so you're not able to still and distill the messages from the Most High, from your center, from your focus and your concentration. If you know that the system of social media, tech, advertisements wants you to move fast, then how do you defeat it? You go slow. You slow down. You stand out in nature, you get a sunlight, and you sit there and you stand and accept it and receive it. And you don't focus on what people may be saying around you, because that's also part of the system as well. To be concerned with the thoughts and ideas of others is to put you in a slave mentality, a cave of isolation, so that you can't be your best version. Go out and get some sun. Stand still and receive it. I believe it. Oh yeah.
Babe, you need a detox. And I'm not talking about juice detox. I'm not talking about internal detox. I mean a mindset detox. Have you been feeling drained? Have you been feeling tired as fuck? Have you been feeling like, and go through all your platforms, because you're taking in so much negativity, and that negativity has energy. That energy is draining. That energy is holding you back and making you feel like shit. Babe, you need a detox. And I'm not talking.
He is right though. Like, you do gotta be careful who you follow and stuff like that too. And you do need to take breaks too, honestly.
Yeah, this is elite right here. Behind the back, cross. 360, behind the back, let the ball hang, cross. Chill, one more time, huh? Into the 360 lane. Yeah, this is elite right here. Behind.
But see, the religion has some being over it who's giving commandments and doing Who knows how many goddamn gardens a gardener makes and never returns? Earth looks like a garden from the outside. The life forms coming out of Earth is us. Someone has been fucking with the DNA and tampering with this. You see it? It's so obvious. So I don't know who God is, but somebody somewhere created this thing, because I don't remember doing it. I don't know where I came from. Does anybody on Earth know where we came from? Come on, man. We gotta really wake up, Buddha. So I have no idea where I came from, neither do you. I have no clue where I'm going. Look at this weird journey I'm on. But see, the religion has some being.
See, no school. No.
No school.
You want to ditch school today?
Uh-huh.
Let's ditch school today.
Yay!
I think we should ditch school and go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
You're serious?
Yeah.
No.
We're going to Disneyland again.
And how many times?
Yes, honey.
Oh my god.
Oh, honey. We're going again.
Oh my god.
Oh, honey.
Oh my god.
Chloe, we're going to Disneyland.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're going, Lily, for 3 days at Disneyland.
When?
Today. You deserve it. You deserve it, honey. See, no school. No.
Yo, that is so cute, man. That is funny. What is he doing, man? Dang.
Yeah, I'm good.
What the fuck happened?
Don't keep it loose. You got
Oh,
humps in
you
that
better get
oil.
out of that car.
Oh!
Customer states transmission is shifting funny.
I feel like this is such a dangerous job. Like, what if the cart is following? Like, I couldn't do this. Salute to them, man. For real, salute to them, cause that's dangerous. Like, the car can easily just fall.
We're going nowhere.
Nah. Like, what is going on?
We're going nowhere. Yeah. Yeah. This nigga. Mr. What's We're going nowhere.
Pull out! Pull out! Pull out! Yeah! Come here!
I hope he must have been practicing this for real, cause that man, he is rapping crazy.
Crystals work. Why do people wear crystals? What's the practical value of crystals?
We are crystals. One.
Okay.
Two, they say that the oldest kingdom here on this planet is the mineral kingdom. So if I want to pay homage to the creator, I resonate with the things that was laid forth for me that he said that I have dominion over. Once I come here, I have to become familiar with the things that he had already put in place, because his cosmic intelligence says that this predates me for a reason. I want to know why. His intelligence is in these particular stones. It has been uninterrupted, and based on millions of billions of years, it has been pressurized into available medicine, right? Cosmic medicine, where each one of these stones do different things They mean different things, and they're part of an appreciating class. There's a rock market identical to a stock market. We are crystalline structures. We are composed of crystals. They call the blood the crystal lake. Our blood got crystals in it. Our ears got crystals in it. Our pineal got crystals in it. Our bones got crystals in it. Our eyes got crystals in it. Definitely all over our brain is crystals. And water itself is a crystal. So we are crystalline beings.
Crystals work. Why do people wear crystals? What's the practical value of crystals?
We are crystals. One.
Okay.
I know who needs the food the most are people who it can't be an extra burden for them to go and look for good food.
They already got a weight on them.
It's too much, man, to ask somebody whose schools for their children are substandard, whose medical care is substandard, whose housing is substandard, to be like, oh, you shouldn't eat that because it's, not organic or it's processed.
Yeah.
Nigga, they know it's processed.
It's
not, you ain't telling them. They're not dumb. They looking at you like, okay. And so where should I get the food you talking about? On the bus. Where am I going to get it from? I know who needs.
He got a point, though. That is true. Sometimes you gotta like indulge in that stuff, especially if you don't have like the funds and stuff. So yeah.
It's not like the Valencia diet is expensive, because it's not. The thing is that you don't see this as food. You see this as a snack. This is my meal. This. And my protein is this. This is $15 and it's good for the whole month. So if I were to do this multiple times throughout the week with different fruits, then yeah, you don't spend a lot of money. But you don't see this as protein. You see this as nuts. That's it. So when you start seeing food as energy, then you will realize that it's not that expensive actually. See? 3 fruits and 1 non-meat protein. Oh, I'm scared that I'm not gonna be full. Well, then eat more. Nobody becomes a diabetic here in food. That doesn't exist. This is my meal. You wanna calculate how much it was? Less than $5. Y que agarras en el Starbucks. It's not like the Valencia.
Cheese is sugar. When they say you're lactose intolerant, lactose is a sugar. Okay, and not only that, in cheese, it's even more dangerous than sugar. Wow. Because it has these compounds in it called casomorphines. Does it sound familiar? Morphine. Wow. It has the same opioid effect on the brain as morphine, the drug. Wow. So that's why people are even more addicted to cheese than they are sugar.
Wow.
Indeed.
And so if I hear you correctly, we should be avoiding cheese.
We were not made to eat cheese. Yeah. Cheese is a byproduct of milk. Yeah. And specifically cow's milk. Yeah. Now, out in the animal kingdom, you will never see another animal drink another animal's milk. Yeah. Cheese is sugar.
There's a natural vibration within you, the sense, I am. I am. Rest in that as that. Don't allow it to connect with any intention or any other concept or something. Marinate in that simple self-awareness. Don't construct, don't imagine. Just give attention to that and just be present with that. The mind will come to visit in the form of the world and relationships and intentions and job and financial status, and all these things will come. But you abide in this. Whenever you have a moment to sit in this. When the mind comes, don't fight him, because he loves to fight. He grows with fight. Simply let it play, but you stay as the awareness in which the mind is seen to play. Be aware that you are the impartial, impersonal witness to what is happening. But don't get pulled into the noise that the mind presents. And you can do it, because all awakened beings have learned this. There's a natural vibration.
Fellas, if you have found yourself a woman out the South, and when I say the South, I mean places like Georgia, Louisiana, South Carolina, Alabama, places like that, you have indeed found yourself a good thing, a top tier woman at that. But baby, if you have found yourself a woman from Mississippi, oh baby, you may as well take yourself on down to the K's or the ZELLs, cause you need a ring for her. You done found yourself a wife. Ding, 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 ding. Baby, you have just hit the jackpot. Let me tell you something, baby. A woman from the silk, ooh, she gonna hit every single time. Fellas, if you...
Hey, blood, what ocean you from, blood? I'm from the Atlantic, homie. Nah, blood, it's the Pacific, blood. You better tell that, blood, you can't be in this tank, blood. Dead fence. Hey, blood, what ocean you from, blood?
Why is they all like squad up like that though? That's crazy.
Bro, it's crazy. Like, as when you grow older, you see all the people around you just never chase their dream. Like, when I was young, I used to, like, it'd be like Sunday or something. I'd be like, Mom, like, what we doing today? Like this is our life. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to get up and go to work tomorrow, and you're going to do it Monday through Friday. Saturday, we probably going to go to this, do something, and then Sunday, we just going to sit in the house and clean up and just do it all over and again and again and again. I was like, Mom, like what you do? Like, what's your, she just be like, this, what you mean what I do? This my life. And I think that really set a fire up under me. Like, nah, bro, hell nah. Like 10 years straight, I just watched this lady, you know what I'm saying, just do nothing. Like, she did for us, but she did nothing for herself, you know what I'm saying? And that shit just made me like, hell nah, bro, I ain't finna do that, bro. I'm watching this lady grow old, bro, just giving her life away to us, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna do that. I'm finna really get out here in the world and do something. So watching the people around me growing up, really, that shit really, like, everything that I'm from made me who I am, you know what I'm saying? Bro, it's crazy, like, as when you grow older, you see all the people around you.
Rusty, if I'm about to die, promise you'll just pull the plug. Nigga, if I'm about to die, keep me alive. I want to be a burden. I want my feet clean. I want my diaper changed. Keep my ass fresh until they find a cure. Rusty, if I'm about to die.
Watch this. And I bet you it'll grow back. And it came back 10 times better. So this is your friendly reminder that if you need to start over, you can. Watch this.
That's true. It's okay to start over, man.
I don't get why guys get mad when girls ask hypotheticals. Would you still love me if I had no legs? What's behind the hypothetical question is, if I get cancer, are you gonna leave me?
The reason why men don't want to deal with hypotheticals is because it's a hypothetical and has no real weight when it comes to what's going on in the world. But let's play along with what she said. The hypothetical has some realness to it, which is, if I have cancer, will you be in my life? There's ladies out there that say, if a man cannot afford me, or if he loses his job within 6 months or even 2 months and can't get a new one, you'll leave him. So why are y'all so worried about being left? Shouldn't we be the ones? Shouldn't we be worried? Why are you guys worried? Y'all need the relationship first before anybody.
Come on. Don't step out the car unless you're ready to go. Don't step out the car unless you're ready to go. No, I'm not going. All right, so get back on the car.
Fold it up. He folded up. Fold it up, big boy. Fold it up, big boy.
This was funny. He said he folded up. Like he really folded up, dog. That is funny. He did fold up, dog. That ain't go up.
Don't step out the car unless you're ready to go. Don't step out the car unless you're ready to go. All right, so get back on the car.
Fold it up. He folded up. Fold it up, big boy. Fold it up, big boy.
That is funny.
It's time to release all the things that's heavy on your shoulder. It's time to release the pain of the past. It's time to release the guilt of the past. Otherwise, what happens is we get stuck in the trauma. We get stuck in the time when those things happen to us. We get stuck in the beliefs of things that people told us. We get stuck in the guilt because people continue to bring it up. So what we have to do, we have to release it so we can step into the now, so we can move ourselves out of stagnation, so we can build our energy up for the new things that's up ahead. It's time to release.
That's real. That's real.
What motivates you to go to the gym?
I don't know, probably like my mental health. It makes me...
It does, bro. You going through mental health problems, hit that gym. For real. Take you a long walk, hit the gym, all that. hopes.
I feel a lot better. I cry a lot less when I go to the gym more. So.
I just am very severely depressed, and if I didn't go, then I'd probably be dead by now. Like, I'd be in the ground for sure.
Just to get better each and every day, man. Like, when I was brought up, like in middle school, I was bullied all the time and constantly put down. And being at the gym just, man, I know, it's just something about it. It just makes you feel good about yourself, and like you're obtaining like a goal each and every day. You're just getting better and better.
What motivates you to go to the gym?
That's real.
I don't know, probably.
You never know what people's going through, so don't try not to judge people. But yeah, that gym does help, man. It does make you feel better about yourself. I agree.
So that woman you think is so special, that one you really want, she's so special, she ain't special, bro. She ain't special. Get that shit out your head straight away. So remember what I was saying earlier to you about how I've never struggled with females because I never focused on the females. These other game books and Roosh and all these idiots who is say, this is the woman, get the woman, get the woman. Forget the bitch, forget her, forget all the chicks. Worry about yourself, get yourself straight. And when your own shit's straight, got yourself together, females are an added bonus. So that woman you think is...
It's scientifically proven that one of the best ways to see how a guy's mind works, to really get those neurons firing, ask him what's the biggest animal he can beat in a fight, and I promise you, you'll expeditiously find out what type of man you're dealing with. They even did a survey. Quite a lot to unpack here. Off rip, my eyes immediately drawn to the 8% of people that think they could slapbox a lion and live. I've seen lions take down buffalo over 1,000 pounds, but Buddy thinks because he benches 2 plates he can murk Mufasa. Then you got the 6% that believe they could beat a bear, no, a grizzly bear, in a fist fight. Ignoring the fact that if that paw tells you to keep his wife's name out your mouth, you're getting erased from the population. Just look at this. This is why women have a longer shelf life than men. The irrational confidence of thinking you can have any say in the outcome of this situation is wild. And then you got the 17% that think they can fight a chimp. Let me tell you, not only would a chimp beat you like a dirty rug with one hand, a chimp would literally beat you with one hand. As in rip your right arm off and beat you with it. Nah, but the most interesting thing here is the 28% of people that would apparently get folded by Stuart Little. That's more than a quarter of people not confident in their abilities against a rodent. The human mind is an interesting place, the more you know. It's scientifically proven that one of the best ways to see how a guy...
That is crazy. You definitely gonna need a gun.
What? Little leg ass? Bitch, I ain't never seen no skinny. Watch out, Corey. Get your out of the way. Hey.
Somebody call him Slim Jim. Slim Jim.
What's up, boy? Little leg, lanky ass. Boy, look at the motherfucking pad, boy. Bitch, you wailing the war.
Where did he even get them jeans from? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What?
What?
So I can eat 2 full pieces with 2 orders of wings and the order of cheesy bread. But after I finish, you know I'm still hungry.
You still hungry?
And I start thinking about what I'm gonna have next. So
That's
I can
crazy.
eat 2 full.
That is insane, man. Like, how do you still be hungry after that? Let's be real. Like, are you really, like, still hungry, or you just eating at that point? He's just eating. He not really still hungry. He just want to eat more. That's crazy, man. That's sad. That's really
You ever
sad.
speak to somebody who's triggering low vibrational energy is causing you deep distress? That's because you're not speaking directly to that person. You're speaking to their demons. You ever speak to somebody who's
Popping a giant blister with a needle to drain the fluid is actually sometimes advisable. Now, normally, popping a blister isn't recommended, but when these fluid-filled sacs grow so large, they can actually rip through unintentionally, and this uncontrolled tear can greatly increase your risk of infection. So instead, it should be popped by a medical professional using a sterilized needle. Popping a giant blister with a
Yo, that's a spell circle. This piece is a spell circle. That's magic. Oh, you engage in magic and witchcraft? How the do you know that? Oh, you industry people are. You know what that is? Damn. Yeah. I'm not trying to get you in trouble, but this guy's going to hell. How the do you know that? Well, everyone in your industry knows that.
They are all top. It don't matter exactly.
Man, we're gonna have to expose this man. This is a Freemason right here.
Yes. You need to fight chicken.
Whoa!
Sacrifice a chicken.
You do that blood sacrificing chicken? What's that? You do it too? You guys are so. I don't roll with these guys, bro. These are dark arts. You know you're.
Yeah, don't tell everybody.
Oh, I know, but you're live. You said it live.
Oh, that's good.
Yo, that's a spell, sir.
Now these are pictures I was not supposed to take, but I had a little cell phone, and there was nobody around, and I didn't think these sisters would mind. This is 3,000 years ago, and these are the queens of the 20th, 21st, and 22nd dynasties. I show you 3 of them. Her name is Najmet, and this is Hinatawi. Look like she just died not long ago. And here's the 3rd. I snuck these photographs. I guess snuck is a word. But these pictures, I think, tell the story. We should not have to have discussions in 2018 in November as to whether these were African people who built the pyramids. That's beneath, you know, to me, intellectual exchange. I won't argue with people about it. But some folk, no matter what you say, no matter what evidence you present, they're never going to believe. They've made up their minds that we never did anything. And I will not devote time to them. Please. Now these are pictures.
I've been loving this look lately. It's very stylish. No, I hurt myself, guys. Like it is for skincare. Smooths out your skin. It's for blush. It's for highlighter. I sacrificed my fingers for some beauty. I've been loving this look lately.
Hey,
no,
it's her life. It's your life, lady.
Okay, y'all, something weird has to be happening to the world, because why are we seeing all these blonde, white, or albino animals showing up lately, y'all? Look at this. A white raccoon? Albino raccoon? No, this is a white raccoon. Look at it. This one is most definitely white because its eyes are normal. Usually when they're albino, their eyes are red. But look at this. Look at his beady little eyes. It is black. Bro, what is going on? Why are all these animals popping up?
Oh, yo, that a raccoon?
Yeah, I think so. Whoa, calm down.
What? You just bought him?
He's blonde. He's golden. Hey.
This white raccoon was seen in Miami, Florida. It's crazy, right? They just had a tremendous flood, and now people are finding a white raccoon.
I wouldn't say it's white, but it do look blonde. But I'll give it these sign.
In Miami, Florida, what is going on? And him
That's
that pick
crazy.
him up like that? Again, y'all, great changes are afoot, because when have we ever seen all these albino, white, golden animals, whatever you want to call them? We have never seen this. 2024 is a super interesting year, y'all. We are in the year of the dragon, the year of the 8, right? The infinite number. And then next year is the year of the snake. And then people have been talking about the Leviathan. The Leviathan in the water. And next year is the year of the snake, bro. I keep telling y'all, things are going to get a lot more interesting, y'all. Stay tuned. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I'm only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency.
That's insane. A white raccoon or blonde raccoon. I never seen that. Have you ever seen that? Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. This is going to be a good one. I want to thank you guys for getting me to 17,000. Okay, I appreciate y'all, man. Keep going up like fast right now. I really appreciate that. Just keep showing the support, and just keep bringing these videos each and every day. and see what else we can do next. But we still keep at this for now, and y'all keep showing support. I don't want to talk too long, so let's get right into this video.
He is offering
Oh, hold on. Have y'all seen this? I think I already showed this.
$14 an hour to work
This
in
is
a
crazy.
virtual Roblox store. Like they got a store inside the video game that's actually paying $14 an hour. Yeah, and they scheduled to launch it June 24th with the co-worker game, which will allow players to experience working IKEA's virtual universe. Fans will be able to live their home furnishing dreams and get paid for it, with the limited number of paid roles available. And they got the applications open to June 16th. So you mean to tell me, by me playing Roblox, or somebody playing on my account playing Roblox, I can get paid $14 an hour? Hey nephew, you ready to have fun?
Yeah.
That's crazy. If that's real, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Y'all are about to witness a lot more extraterrestrial activity. UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to refer to them as. Currently, there's a massive ship that's actually parked behind our sun. These ships actually charge using the sun. They charge using plasma energy. Y'all can laugh, y'all can say this is a joke. These are the same beings that actually popped up in Miami, whose coordinates were reversed and meant to go to Antarctica. For those that aren't aware, Antarctica is our entry point to Agartha, which is the center of the Earth. This is what Admiral Byrd was making reference to when he was talking about going to the center of the Earth. He showed us in movies like Journey to the Center of the Earth and a recent King Kong movie. All of these beings, giants, dragons, all exist in the center of the Earth. We can always count on them to show us the truth through Hollywood cinema. The Bermuda Triangle is another entry point to the center of the Earth. This is why in the King Kong movie, you've seen them going through the water. Oceans and the water is one big portal. This is also why there has been mentions of a large creature being seen swimming underwater now. Titans are making a return. So some of the large objects that y'all see in the water may not actually be the Leviathan. Some of them can also be ships. Remember, these extraterrestrials do enter our realm via water. The water is a big portal. Now, what I personally believe is a lot more extraterrestrial activity is coming in through the water. And what's happening is these ships do emit electromagnetic frequencies. And what those electromagnetic frequencies, I believe, is making it uncomfortable for the marine life. I believe this is why they're changing their natural course to different locations. The beings that I believe popped up in Miami, if you look at their silhouette, remind me of the Syrians, okay? These are the extraterrestrial race from the dog star, Canis Major, the Dogon tribe, highly revered. Although the Syrians are amphibious beings, you can see their African features, and you can tell that we do derive from their lineage as well. Most of the beings that are visiting this planet actually are coming from Orion's belt. This is why the pyramids of Giza actually line up with this star system, because the ancients knew that they would be actually making a return. We are actually related to a lot of these beings. Now, when you hear this, you hear people say, nobody coming to save us. No one said anyone was coming to save us, but these beings have been coming back and forth to the planet, and this is documented in CIA archives, okay? You can look it up. You can go down the rabbit hole yourself and see how many extraterrestrials have been visiting this planet, all right? Peace, love, and light to everyone. Y'all are about to witness.
I mean, yeah, I know they're probably not coming back to save us, but they gotta be coming here for something. Resources, something. They gotta be coming here for something, you know, and they definitely a part of us, you know, and they know what's going on down here. So, yeah.
The Egyptian gods never existed. They symbolized the different body parts of your body. Anubis is the dog, which represents the tongue, the barking, because the power of life and death is in the tongue. The Falcon of Horus is the inner bird, which is inside of the brainstem. Thoth, the god of wisdom. Thoth is thought, because he is the god of wisdom, the thought, the human mind. Jed pillar is the spinal column, which is a part of the brain. The Ankh is the womb, the uterus in the womb, because this is the portal into the physical world. This is symbolizing how the visual field works with the brain, because you do not see into the external world. What you are seeing is an image produced by the visual cortex in the back of the brain. The back of the casket is the cerebellum, which is all to do with motor learning and cognitive functions of the brain. The scarab is the skull. Hindus used to build temples in the human form because they understood this is the most advanced piece of technology on the face of the earth. The Most High does not dwell in houses made by human hands. It's your human body. You are God made flesh. They don't want you finding out how sacred your body is and how powerful your mind is. You are the all-seeing eye on top of the pyramid, looking into the three-dimensional world. You are Solomon's temple, the temple of the soul and the mon, the soul and the mind in the temple. If you want to learn more, read this book, the Book of Wisdom. The Egyptian gods.
Ignorant person does not understand that they can operate with their intellectual factors, they can choose the picture and get emotionally involved, and they can see the results come about in their life. They don't understand that they're letting their results control their thinking. So they set a goal, but then they look for the signals that it's going to happen. Where they start to look at the empty bank account, the wealth, it's not there. We don't know if we're going to have enough money to keep going. And what we do at that point, we forget our goal and we start to worry. And then we doubt ourselves, and it's a negative experience. It's a psychic disease. That worry instantly and automatically turns into an emotional state called fear. That energy that we call fear, that negative energy, must be expressed through the only medium it can be expressed through, and that's this thing that you live in, your physical body. An ignorant person does not understand that they can operate with their...
Hey, let's get some ice cream.
How about this one? Pistachio, almond, fruit fudge, butterscotch delight.
Ingredients: zinc trisodium aspartate, sorbitol, and bisulfate.
Okay, my mic was muted. Okay, I was saying it's crazy how they be showing it in the cartoons too, though. That is crazy every time.
Oxide beta-carotene, lactic acid carabine. Hey, let's get some ice cream.
How about this one? Pistachio, almond, fruit fudge, butterscotch delight.
The healthier you are, the more unhealthy people will pull away from you. Because what does health look like? I have boundaries. I have standards. I have convictions. I know who I am, whether you're in my life or not. And so when you get healthy, it's very difficult to connect, because a lot of people, many times the majority, let's say 90% of people, are approaching life, even with God, in unhealthy ways. And so it's going to be lonely, right? The one is what it says, the one got with God. He just said, man, listen, I don't know about people, but I'm going to get with God and do what I can do to be healthy. This is where you say, my private battles matter. My private victories matter. Getting wholeness in my own heart is important, whether I'm accepted by the group or not. The healthier you are, the more unhealthy people will pull away from you. Because
you got a point. You really got a point. Because the unhealthy people ain't trying to hear that. They want their McDonald's, they want their Burger King, you know. They're not trying to hear that. So, you're coming up to me like this. Birds, dude. Birds, they fly right now. Have y'all be, like, do y'all have, like, animals, like, do you guys, like, interact with animals? Like, are you able to, like, have those experiences? Like, when you interact with an animal or something like that? I ain't gonna lie, if you interacting with animals, that goes to show your energy is high, and they is very comfortable with being around you. For real.
shit. Where he at? Oh, he keeping up. Oh, he keeping up. You can't even see it. I don't see it. What the fuck? Let me slow my ass down. Where he at with it? Where he at with it? Come on, B. Come on, B. Oh, shit. Police right there. Police right there. We gotta go. We gotta go. You gotta go. Hold my phone. Hold my phone. Hold my phone.
He out of there. I ain't gonna lie, he out. He's not trying to, he's not one of them. He's not trying to go to jail. I feel it. Enemy, that jump funny. He really acting like he Mike Tyson.
Downloading.
Nah, that is too funny, man. What?
3 things. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. What you eat in private, you wear in public. You cannot hide hard work and you cannot hide relaxation, motherfucker. You've been relaxing. 3 things.
Did you know that the English language was purposefully manipulated in order to keep us in a low vibration and disconnected from the meanings of the words that we're speaking? Words are spells. That's why we learn spelling in school. Every sound that we speak has an energetic meaning and footprint that ripples out into the ether in the form of sound energy, creating the very fabric of reality as we know it. Now let's look at some examples. You have to be in a very weak days in order to make it through the weekdays. Notice the double meaning of week and days. Same sounds, different spelling. The same goes for the word weekend. It sounds very similar, almost identical to the word weekend. So when you say during the weekdays, you're casting a spell of being in a week days. By the time you make it to the weekend, you're so weakened by working a job that does not serve your soul. Job stands for just over broke. And every morning, you are mourning the loss of your time and energy. Did you know that the English language was...
That's literally what we live in.
If you want to find out who you are before your father and mother conceived you, who you really are, you almost have to go off by yourself. Go into the forest and stop talking, even stop thinking words, and be absolutely alone, and listen to the great silences. And then, if you're lucky, you recover from the illusion that you're just little me, the so-and-so, and you attain the state of nirvana, which means the blown-out state, the relieved state, the sigh of relief. But if you want to find out who you are before your father and mother conceived you, who you
Was that the fruit you ate to betray the world? No. Good guess, though. Good guess. First woman to ever do it. Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks, beloved. How was it coming from Adam's rib? It was really nice. Because I had never been alive before. And Adam was super poetic. Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. I knew he was in love, and I knew he was married. So we started being fruitful. How was your first period? Oh my God, y'all. So I didn't call it a period back then. I called it losing my insides because I didn't know what was going on. And I thought I was going to die, but I didn't die. And it was a lot to navigate, especially in the garden. But, you know, y'all have painkillers. All I had was my conscience. Then it came back the next month. I'm like, what kind of sorcery? But then I remember I was part of the why you wearing leaves in 2024? Y'all got jokes this generation. This is actually the Eden special. What was you doing talking to snakes in the first place? You know what? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that today. How you turn it? Adam, how you turn this off? Was that the fruit you ate to betray the world?
I don't, like, do y'all believe in that? Like the Adam and Eve story. Do y'all believe in that? I don't believe in that. I don't know. I just think that's a bunch of BS. I think it's deeper than that, to be honest.
And back in the jungle, when the natives got restless, they would call it guerrilla attack. And they would never describe that the folks finally got wise and decided that they would fight back. And still, we are victims of word games. Semantics is always a bitch. Places once referred to as underdeveloped are now called mineral rich. And the game goes on eternally. Unity kept just beyond reach. Egypt and Libya used to be in Africa. They've now been moved to the Middle East. There are examples galore, I assure you. But if interpreting were left up to me, I'd be sure every time folks knew this version wasn't mine, which is why it is called his story. And back in the jungle, when the natives got restless, they would call it guerrilla attack. And they would never describe that the folks finally got wise and decided that they would fight back. And still, we are victims of word games. Semantics is always a bitch. Places once referred to as underdeveloped are now called mineral rich. And the game goes on eternally. Unity kept just beyond reach. Egypt and Libya used to be in Africa. They've now been moved to the Middle East.
When you turn your steering wheel, that turns a steering U-joint underneath the dash. The steering U-joint connects to the steering shaft, which connects to the steering rack and pinion. Inside the steering rack and pinion is a pinion gear and a rack gear. And what happens is, as you turn the wheels, the gear moves side to side. And that's what moves the outer tie rod end. The outer tie rod end is attached to the knuckle. And the knuckle is attached to the spindle with the brake rotor and wheel, and that's what moves the wheel. When you turn your steering wheel, that turns.
Hey y'all, I know I asked this a long time ago before, but I ain't really like the answers that I got. What is traffic? And I know that sounds so silly, but like, what's really going on? Because like, if we all going the right speed,
right,
and we're moving, like why am I stopping right now? Like,
right,
why are
right.
we not moving? Like, what's going on? If there's no accidents, if there's nothing going on, we should all just be flowing.
You got a point, y'all. You do got a point. They should just be all flowing. If we going the same direction. Why does this happen? Actually, now I'm curious. Like, why does this happen?
Going with the flow of quote-unquote traffic. We should all be going 60, 65, 70 miles per hour. We should be moving. Why are we going ass to ass, butt to butt? Like, NASCAR drivers, for example, they go 250 miles per hour. They're all close up. They all close up, right? But they moving. They moving. We close up. We ain't even moving. Like, why are we not moving? Like, look at this. I don't understand. Like, tell me, somebody break down, like, for real. Break, what is traffic? What's going on? Why? What? Like, they're stopped. We're stopped. We're stopped. We're not moving. We're stopped. Hey, y'all, I know I asked this a long time ago.
What is going on? It's like people just on the phone, just driving slow. Like, what causes that? Because there's no accidents, right? It's like, dang. Now I'm really thinking, like, what was really causing that? Unless it's somebody just out there that's just driving super slow.
Never take anything personal, and always control your facial expressions. Don't react to insults, and never forget them. Gentlemen, keep in mind, if you react to ladies, you are weak. Learn to react less. Shut your mouth. If the energy ain't right, you know how to move around. Any fool can stand up and fight, but it takes a man to walk away. When you talking to yourself, make sure you having positive self-talks. Affirm only positivity into your life. Anything you speak upon your life, you manifest into your life. Always control your emotions. A calm mind can handle any situation. Don't forget to hit the follow button, because we may never see each other again. Just keep that in mind.
Hey, listen. I think one of the scariest things in the world to do is start over once you done built your whole life with somebody. You done made plans and goals. You done turned off of all your personal wants, and you done started thinking for two. And then years go by and it ends. And now you gotta regroup all over again. Pick up the pieces. Find out who you are as an individual. Find out what you like to do by yourself again. And a lot of people, they don't explain that. Because when you in love, you just want to be in it. And you want to let your heart go. But sometimes people don't stick with the plan. They change what they love. They love something else. Hey, listen. I think.
He's right.
And babe, can you get extra water for the trip?
Yeah, I got you.
Why is my music not playing?
All right, we got water. We're gassed up. Let's do this.
You can just take me home. I'm not going on this trip.
What happened now?
4 years of my life wasted. You were just a waste of time. You're literally worthless. I told you I've been lied to and you acted like you understood. You got caught. That's why you're quiet, because you got caught. Who is Morgan? You got a girl's name in your Bluetooth, so obviously Morgan was in this car. Go ahead, talk. I'm really curious how you're gonna explain this one.
This is a rental car. Happy birthday is witchcraft. Touch wood is an ancient magic ritual to summon the tree spirits. Turning the lights off and chanting happy birthday while blowing out candles and making a wish is a form of magic rituals. Black mirrors were used to contact spirits and we use them every single day. They were called scrying mirrors. Scry became screen. When you are praying, you are trying to cast a spell to change reality with your words. The word abracadabra translates to I will create with my words. This is why we call it spelling. It's a spell. Birthday rituals are making you age quicker. When we say how old are you, we are tricking our subconscious mind that we are old. When you jinx something, this is a jinn, which is an invisible creature within the astral plane. The Wisdom Academy is...
Shout out to him, man.
We should constantly be aspiring, you know, to reach higher and higher and higher. We should never be comfortable where we are. You know, we should always be aspiring to know more and to better ourselves and to improve ourselves, you know, to improve ourselves. Because that's how we improve the world around us, by working within us. You improve yourself, light up the corner that you live on. You know, you may not touch a gazillion lives, but you can light up your own space. We should constantly be aspiring, you know, to reach.
Born hell, man. Take off. Looking at the cops like that, man. Damn, he just had to show up. Damn. 100, 200. Yeah, they're not catching him. That's the GGs, man. Them ones gonna hang it up.
Oh, people saying stupid shit everywhere I go. Like Jerry Seinfeld told me he's gonna build him a new house, and he's gonna build it from the ground up. I said, you know, that'd probably be the best way to start building that house. You start with the roof, you're gonna run into some trouble. People just say stupid shit all the time. When people die, Vlad, they say things like, he dead and gone. Now, what the hell does dead and gone mean? Dead and gone. Anybody ever died and stayed? People just say stupid shit. Oh,
nah, that is kind of, like, if you think about it, that is kind of stupid. Dead and gone. Like, what? How can you be dead and gone? That don't make sense. Like, what? I don't know. That is funny, though.
Why you didn't tell me about the bridge?
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you did not.
I said stop.
I don't understand what you be saying.
What?
You see what I'm saying?
I would have did the same thing.
For a lot of people who's currently on the standard American diet, you want to go through the transitional process. You first start substituting currently the foods that you're eating to more healthier foods. Okay, which means that, okay, if you're eating white rice, start eating quinoa. If you're cooking with canola oil, which are pesticide oil, if you're cooking with vegetable oil or corn oil, those are all pesticide oil. So you want to switch over to, like, say, avocado oil, hemp oil, grapeseed oil. These are healthier oils for you to cook with. So you substitute, you get rid of the garbage oils. Now you're cooking with better, higher quality oils, right? You get rid of the white rice, you're now using quinoa or fonio. Now you get rid of the white flour, you're using now spelt flour or kamut's flour or teff flour or rye flour. These are healthier alternatives to your flour. Now when it comes to meat, you're switching over to mushrooms. Oyster mushroom tastes just like chicken. You can barely tell the fucking difference, honestly. You have chicken of the woods mushroom. You have lobster mushroom. Start to substitute out most of the detrimental foods that you're eating now to better quality. Stop consuming cow's milk. Start utilizing hemp milk, coconut milk, sesame seed milk. Now you can start coming over to fruits and vegetables, you see? And then after a while, you stop eating a lot of cooked foods, and now you're into more like raw foods with minimal amount of cooked foods. Once you made your way over to pure clean foods, like you're not gonna be tired anymore. You're not gonna get headaches anymore. When you wake up in the morning, you're full of energy. Like for a lot of people who's currently on the standard American diet, you wanna go through the
If you are on your spiritual journey and then you go back to your old habits, go back to being low vibrational, doing dumb shit, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. When it comes to spirituality, there is no good or bad. It's not bad that you back at your lower self. You are learning things at your lowest that you cannot learn when you're so high vibrational doing everything right. You're tested the most when you're back at your old self after awareness. Now you have the choice to stay there or learn from it. Stop being so hard on yourself and beating yourself up when you go back to your old habits. Just learn from it and then grow. You're not gonna be so high vibrational all the time, being so positive and optimistic and just showing peace and love all the time. You are a fucking human still. Your spiritual journey is gonna be like a roller coaster going up and down. And every time that you're down, that's the real test to see if any growth was actually made. It's easy to do good when things are going good. Just know that you are aligned 24/7, even if you're not feeling aligned. There are no mistakes on this journey, only lessons. If you are on your spiritual journey,
Toxic ass shit that people.
Girl, that's that rat over there.
It's not the rat. But every time they move, I smell it.
What you
It
mean?
smells like fish.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Yeah, you going viral after this.
This is tough. Check this out.
Relax, nigga. Relax, nigga. I'm helping you, man. New Yorker, looking after New Yorkers, man. Helping the Christian, man.
How did that happen?
That's twisted all on this shit.
That's crazy. How you get a bag around your feathers?
Then this shit gonna be stuck on his wing.
Cut the back right there with the knife.
Hold on. Hold on. I was gonna hold this shit for y'all. Hold on. It's okay. Hold it by his two wings like that. Yeah, like that. Wow. Don't cut his feathers. Don't cut his feathers. It's probably around his neck. That nigga got the whole shit in his hand, man. Yeah, nigga. He got on gloves. Let him go. Let him go. Oh, yo, we see you, my nigga. Hey, yo, my nigga, we see you, bro.
Nah, this is funny.
Good job, gang. You going viral for that one right now. You know that, right? You going viral for that, nigga. My nigga going viral for that one.
Shit, we see you, my nigga.
This shit blew my mind. I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, yo, take a look around everything in your house.
Okay.
We made other people rich before we made our own selves rich. We bought other people's ideas before we created our own idea. The three most important things you can invest in is your thoughts, your money, and your time. Them are the three most important things you can invest in. Look around your house. I hear people complaining, I don't got no money, I'm broke. But look around your house. You invested in other people's ideas. You got other people rich before you got yourself rich. Sheesh. This shit blew my mind. I'm just saying.
In 1964, a woman lifted up a car that had fallen on her son all by herself. This is called hysterical strength, and it happens when the body releases large amounts of adrenaline in response to extreme stress. This rapidly increases blood flow to your muscles, giving them more oxygen and energy, and it allows for brief moments of incredible strength that are usually impossible under normal conditions. In 1964, a woman lifted up a car.
That's real.
When a snake bites you, the muscles around their venom glands tighten, and this squeezes venom through the fangs and into your body. It immediately starts to break down tissues, causing pain and swelling. But some snakes have venom that targets nerves and blocks communication, which can result in paralysis. And if the venom reaches the muscle around your lungs, it can be fatal. When a snake bites you, the muscles around
For the first time ever, we've collected samples from the far side of the moon, and this time, it wasn't by NASA. On June 1st, China's Chang'e 6 robotic lunar exploration mission landed on the far side of the moon in the southern part of the Apollo crater after orbiting for 20 days. As a reminder, the far side of the moon is a side that never faces us since the moon is tidally locked with Earth. The mission's purpose is to retrieve samples from that side. But what makes this even more unique is that the European Space Agency has an instrument on board, which surprisingly makes it their first activity on the moon's surface and a first lunar cooperation with China. The instrument, called NILS, was specifically designed to detect negative ions from the surface of the moon, which had never been done before, and it successfully did, while it collected 3 hours worth of data. On top of that, the Chang'e 6 mission collected about 2,000 grams worth of lunar material waiting to be brought back to Earth. And as of Wednesday, the samples continue to orbit the moon in the return module, waiting for the right time to head back to Earth. Studying the samples and the data collected on the ions will help scientists further understand the moon. And lastly, my energy is low because I'm under the weather, so I haven't cursed, and I'm really fucking sorry. For the first time ever, we've collected
Y'all know what that mean. What that mean? And you know Drake. Definitely.
In some of my recent videos, I spoke about how the wildlife in our oceans have been acting extremely strange. I initially mentioned how whales and dolphins were huddling up into large groups before beaching and unaliving themselves with little to no explanation behind it. But now it's been reported that hundreds or possibly thousands of sharks have been spotted in large groups swimming close to the shore and even attacking people. The attacks occurred on June 7th off the coast of Florida, which resulted in 3 injuries, 2 of which lost limbs, and debates have begun to spawn about the erratic and strange behavior of these sharks altogether. One side believes that this is completely normal and that sharks are bound to be in the water since they live there, while the other side believes that this is yet another sign that there is something in the ocean scaring the wildlife closer to the shore, or that there is something wrong with the ocean itself causing the marine life to become irritated and aggressive. Now, I obviously don't know for sure what's going on in the waters, but I do find it very interesting that there's been a lot of recent reports of military activity in Florida and in the ocean. That can be completely unrelated, but leave a like and let me know what you think about all this in the comments.
Pork is one of the worst foods you can eat because pork does not have sweat glands, and that is how we detoxify. So what happens when we eat pigs? We get heart disease, tumors, high cholesterol, we gain fat. So if you're going to eat meat, please stay away from pork, bacon, ham, and anything that comes from pigs. Pork is one of the worst foods you can eat.
They know that aliens who is to come is us. That's why every now and then something spiritual happen. How in the hell can some motherfuckers from damn Bankhead make a video about your mama and your sister too, riding down the street on Bose, rolling up, slamming Cadillac doors? What's the name of the group? Outcast. And the white man looking in binoculars and he's seeing aliens, but yet they are black people. And when they get to the pyramids, their eyes turn green. Because the aliens who to come is us. There's terrestrial and extraterrestrial. Terrestrial means earthbound, a product of Earth. Extraterrestrial means beyond Earth, which is the Nephilim. Nephilim, which is the book Breaking the God Spell. You got any more of those still? Breaking the God Spell. You got one? Well, I guess somebody will be lucky enough to get it. They know that aliens who is to come is us. That's why every now and then something spiritual happen. How in the hell can some motherfuckers from down...
Keep playing with Yahweh. Keep playing with Yahweh and see what happens.
talk about some cloud seeds. Look, keep playing with it.
He said, talking about some cloud seeds.
So there was a strange phenomenon that was spotted in the sky.
That looks beautiful.
I honestly don't know who's cloud seeding the clouds with skittle dust. And some people are trying to call it a natural phenomenon, but I've been in nature my whole life and never seen something that looks like a unicorn taking a fart across the sky.
Right.
And then on the other hand, you got people that's calling this a UFO mothership. Like it's really reaching its maximum capacity of strange things that's going on right now. No, seriously, how did a scoop of sherbet ice cream integrate with a cloud? Or maybe we got Flip Flopwood, or whatever this nigga name is, off a cloud with a chance of meatball, getting active. Or maybe this could potentially be a portal to another dimension. I don't know, gang. I'm honestly lost for words, because I've never seen an enchanted cloud.
That looks
Like
so
explain how did
beautiful,
two Laffy Taffy start slapboxing in the horizon? Please explain. Y'all let me know in the comment section, gang. What's going on with the clouds? And if y'all want to learn,
It's like a rainbow cloud or something. That's dope. Alright, y'all. That's gonna do it for today's episode. That was a short one, I know, but we'll have a longer one tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. Send it peace, abundance, prosperity, and good healthy way. Make sure you take care of yourself. Get some good eats, some good healthy food in you. Fruit, vegetables, all that good stuff. But with all that being said, I see you guys in the next episode upload. Peace.
I might lean, I might fall, I might save, I might spend, I might ball. Shit, I might call, I might not, I might ghost till tomorrow. First to admit I feel good but I'm flawed. Work on yourself, keep your family involved. Check on your health, never stress about the loss. If you move with respect, you'll attract what you want, that's a fact.